Hi everybody, thank you for joining me here on Messy Girl Crafts. My name is Ashley, and if you're new here, welcome in. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome home. Today we are going to be actually doing a whip and chat, the real way that whip and chats are supposed to go. I'm going to be diamond painting the entire video. I know, that's so crazy of me. But yeah, I am really excited to continue working on Cozy Cabin. I'm pretty much at the section where the dog and the bookshelf and the little like ship above the bookshelf is. Once I finish today's whip and chat, I'll do a little pan over for you guys so you can see where my progress is. But yeah, I'm really excited to be working on this project today. This is a new angle for us. I just thought this would be cool. A couple people posted in my comments previously that they would like to see some of the diamond painting a little closer. So I thought this might be fun. Again, I know it's not like that original top-down view, but I feel like you'll still be able to see me working in this area. It's just a different way, a different angle. Let me know what you think. I'm always changing things up here on the channel, just trying to figure out what works best. For my pen today, this is a Diamond Art Club pen. It's just like a standard pen, nothing fancy about it, but it's a little bit more ergonomical, and look at how sparkly and glittery it is. I love it. It's giving space. And then I have a multi-placer on here with Grayson Creations Intergalactic putty. This is the putty that I'm using in this pen. It's called Volcano. That's the scent. It's actually really pretty inside. Let me show you the inside of this. It's a little jacked up because I've been using it, but you can kind of see it's got like a red and black. I got to pick those colors. That's one of the cool things with Grayson's Creations is you actually can pick the color combination of your putty. So I picked red and black because Volcano. And it smells really good. It's very light. It's lighter than you would think for a volcano scent, but it's nice. So yeah, and it comes in this little reusable tin, which I love. And so I keep that to the side over here. And then in my single placer, as always, I have glue dots. And I believe this is an 8 placer. I think this is a DAC 8 multi-placer, but I can never remember. Sometimes I feel like I can pick up extra drills and sometimes I can't. So I really never know actually what the multi-placer is. Oh my gosh. I showed this on my Instagram, but I want to show you guys in case you are not on Instagram. Look at my new tray. This is a Bijou Bliss tray. I had been using the Bijou Bliss tray that I got from like Christmas time. It's the one with the candy cane. You can't really see it that well, but it's sitting right there. I just have it tucked right there, but I traded it out for this one when this came in. So I'm obsessed with Bijou Bliss trays specifically because I got that one and I was like, this is the best tray I've ever used. And the drills just line up so nice and straight in these trays. And so I wanted to do my own. They actually let you make custom trays, like with picking all the colors. So I decided to build my own. So I picked this as my primary color. This is like Silk Saphire, I think it's called. And then the secondary color is this light blue Silk Cyan. And then I did like a silk purple as the tertiary color, which is like the outlining of the diamond, as you can see there. What I love about Bijou Bliss trays, other than the drills line up incredibly straight, I love the size. It's like a great size tray. It's not too big. It's not too small. It's not too skinny. It's not too fat. It's literally Goldilocks. Everything is magnetic about these trays. So there's little magnets on these trays. Oh, hold on. I don't know if you can see that. There you go. There's little magnets that are built into the spout, and this just magnetizes together so it'll never fall out. And the lid is magnetized as well. So you can see, oh, there's some drills in there. That's really funny. That was from another project I was working on. Okay, so you can see in there the lines look really nice. They're that purple color, and then the base of the tray is that like cyan blue color. So yeah, it just looks super pretty and it's glistening, and I love the silk filaments that some companies use. I think it's super pretty and shiny, but not like blinging your eyes out. So yeah, so this is the tray, and you can see the magnets are on the on there. You can see them at the top corners and the bottom corners, and then this is magnetized, but it's inside, and then it just easily magnetizes on there. And what I like to do is when I'm working on it, I just put the lid on the bottom so that way I don't lose it, but then I can just pull it off whenever I want to, and it just sits there. So I am obsessed. If you want to copy me, again, Silk Sapphire, Silk Cyan, and then I think it's Silk Purple or something purple, but it's super, super pretty. I'm obsessed. I have so many other color combinations that I want to get. I like need a good sale to happen so I can go in on some of these trays because I love them. Love them, love them. I'll link them below. They're an Etsy shop. So yeah, that's pretty much the materials I'm using. Yeah, my pen, my tray. I have my cute little Diet Coke cover minder here. Super cute from Galloway's Gallery. And I am just using the handy dandy, whatchamacallit, the perforated cover sheet. I don't have anything special going on over here. I was working on a section, so I'm going to finish that section, and if we are still chatting when this section is done, I'll move on to the bookcase. I'm pretty much working on everything up until the bookcase, so this is just like what's directly under the bookcase. A lot of line blocking. I'm probably going to be changing my colors a lot just because like it does switch around, but we'll see how I do. I try to pick a lot of color blocking sections when I'm whip and chatting because I feel like having one color for a while is helpful, but we're in the section we're in. So we just got to do what we got to do, and it's going to be fine. So I think the first thing I'll grab, actually, this is bugging me that this is like, there's just one drill of this color that I must have missed earlier. Also, one more thing about my setup. Underneath my Diamond Art Club storage system here, I have a small foam like tube situation, and it's just propping them up ever so slightly so that way I don't have to like lean over desperately to find, like to look down and look at my color. I keep my diamond painting table up a little higher because I just like it at chest height so that I'm not having to bend over and hurt my back while I'm diamond painting. This way I just nicely lean my arm on my table. I'm left-handed, and then I just kind of work my way this way across the canvas. But this way my back stays straight, and I also have lumbar support down here behind me, and I have a little neck pillow. I love my chair. I love my setup. It's really good. Yeah, I'm taking my little slippers off, and I'm even going to sit cross-legged for this because I just want to get nice and comfortable for our chat. I feel like we've had so many different iterations. Like we haven't like just us talked in a minute because last time that we did a whip and chat, it was with Eric, which was great, by the way. So great. He loved it. So let me grab this one color. You know, you would think I'm like almost halfway through this painting and I would like know where all my colors are at this point. I just cannot I don't know what it is. I can't get the system down. The way I organized my drills this specific time was I just went by the serial number. I should have changed this out. I've been using the same glue dots since Christmas, and I think it's finally time to change it out. Maybe I should. You know what? I'll do it. I'll do it because I don't want to struggle with it while we're chatting the whole time. So anyway, let me see. Is this a new one or is this an old one? Oh, that's what it was. Okay. I was using the same glue dots since Christmas, but recently I traded this out for some super sticky patty wax, and it works. It's just that it's not like, I don't know. I feel like when I shove it into my single placer and I pick up that first drill, it really like splooges, for lack of a better word. It kind of splooges out on the side and kind of gets all over the drill. I'm sure I'm not putting enough of it in the tip. I probably just need to put more in the tip so that way the excess comes out and then I'm left with whatever's in the pen. But yeah, let me clean that out and let me actually put some fresh glue dots in that. So I just used my little Diamond Art Club tweezers to just like swirl them in the head of the single placer, and then I think my glue dots are behind me. I've been traveling so much because of the holidays. I feel like I had to reorganize all of my drawers and stuff because I took everything with me to diamond paint while I was away, and then I got all confused. So these are my glue dots, so we're just gonna put them in my single placer. Okay, so I usually grab like 2. I don't think I've ever had to grab 3, but I'm not opposed to grabbing 3. They do stay very sticky, and honestly, I'm gonna have to stick this on my clothes a little bit so it's not too sticky. So yeah, I just take some of these and stick them on the end of my tweezer like that. Oh, there you go. Now you can kind of see it. There you go. You just stick the glue dots on the end of the tweezer. I just picked up 2 of them, and I am just going to shove the 2 glue dots into the head of my single placer here. And then once I've done this, I'm going to dot it all over my sweater here so that way it actually lets go of the drill. Because if you just do fresh glue dots like this and you just try to pick up a drill, it'll pick up the drill, but it will not put the drill back down. It will stay very full. Now, not all single placers are created equal. Like you might have some single placers where only 1 glue dot is needed, and I use the micro glue dots. If you're curious what I use, These are the ones. They're the micro glue dots. It's the one with the silver purse on it. And it says fine detailing micro glue dots. You can get them on Amazon. You can get them in Walmart. You can get them in craft stores. You can get them a lot of places. But yeah, I like to get them from Amazon. I do have an Amazon affiliate link in the description box. If you want any of my supplies that are from Amazon, I have everything there. So feel free to check that out if you're into it. Yeah, see, this head might have been okay with just one, but maybe we'll be okay. Because it's not feeding all the way into the head here, so I probably could have just used one glue dot here. But again, different pen tips will require different things. So you just got to roll with it. But yeah, I'm just scraping it to kind of pinch off the excess of it so that way it's not too much. Oh, and I just took the whole thing with me. Why are you fighting with me on this day? I feel like 2025 so far has been like really good, but also I feel like everything's fighting with me, including my tools and supplies here. Okay, so while I'm fighting with this, before I even put a diamond down, maybe I can use my scissors. Let's talk about work. So I haven't given you like a work update in a minute. So work has been, ooh, that worked perfectly. I just snipped off the top little pinching of a glue dot so that way it wasn't out of the top here. So with work, again, if this is your first time seeing one of my videos, hi, nice to meet you. I work as basically a director of admissions for a nursing school, and I love my job. Love my job. But as you could imagine, like admissions is kind of a high-paced, stressful job. Not all the time, but like when it's application season and students have lots of questions and they want to meet with your team and recruitment and like, you know, it's a lot of moving parts. Okay. It's a lot of moving parts. And so for my job in the springtime is like go time. Like that is when everything is popping off all at once. So once December 1st hits of every year, that is when we have every single application open, both undergraduate and graduate, for the entire college of nursing. So like every single program that has a opening, like it has an application, it's all open from December 1st. And then they start dropping off between like February through July. So like they start closing, different programs will close on different days. But like from December 1 to July 1, we are in like full swing. It is every application all the time. There's no breaks. And it's a lot. It's fun. You know, you come to work every day and you're never bored. There's always a different problem to solve or tackle. I have a really good team. And I really like the work that I do. I'm just spearfishing because there's one number 8 that I need. Oh, I forgot to poke my shirt. Hold on, let me do that. Do you like my sweater, by the way? I got this for Christmas from my mother-in-law. It's just a cat looking over a surface, and I think it's so funny. So, yeah, that should be good. I'm just picking the fuzzies off now that I've poked my sweater. Okay. So, yeah, work is good, but crazy. And, I think I told you guys this during the last time we chatted where it was just us and it wasn't like with Eric or anything. Back in December, like the beginning of December, we brought a new person onto the team, and, you know, it was kind of challenging because when they came onto the team, they came on like January. I think December 6th was their first day, somewhere around there. It was like the first week of December. And, you know, it's like the holiday season. Like there's Christmas parties and there's potlucks, and it's a great time to start at the job because like it's fun. Like there's a lot of fun things going around. But like you can't really focus on learning because there's like everyone's pulling you in different directions. Oh, and all the applications had just opened the week prior. So that was hard too. Just like, you know, everything is happening at once. You're trying to train someone on a new position that hasn't done it before. You're trying to get them access to all the systems they need access to, which I'm sure you guys who are working like understand how annoying that can be, just waiting for another department to get you what you need so someone can literally just do the basics of their job. So it was a lot of that. And then because I work for a university, again, it's a blessing, but we get off the week of Christmas and the week of New Year. So because the university is closed during that time, we are also closed. And so we get those 2 weeks off, which again, huge blessing, but not ideal for starting a new person because they're not able to kind of get into a rhythm or have that consistency of like, she literally got there and it was like 2 weeks later we were on a break, or like 2 or 3 weeks later, like, no, I think 2. Yeah. After like the first 2 weeks, we ended up going on our big holiday winter break, which was again, amazing. But, we didn't really have a lot of time to like deep dive into training or get consistent with like processes and all that stuff. And meanwhile, I had been like holding back applications and like things to work with them on because I was like, once they get here, I want them to immediately hit the ground running. And so I want to save applications so that way they can practice with them and then I can go over them with them and the whole 9 yards, right? But training was going a little slow and a lot of that had to do with like the holiday season and everyone being distracted and like, that's fine. Like whatever, it is what it is. But then, so we went on break, right? Did as much training as we could, went on break, came back. We came back on the 6th. I think January 6th was like the first day back for the employees. The students didn't come back until later, like the week later. So we had like a week back on campus where it was like no students, but all of the staff came back. And that was like just like a nice time for us to be on campus, kind of reorient ourselves, reset everything, whatever. And that first week, man, people really tried us. Like people really tried us. And I get it. Like over the winter break, I'm sure a lot of people had more time on their hands. So they're like, okay, I'm going to submit my application. I'm going to send an email and I'm going to ask all my questions and I'm going to, so we like our team came back to just like a mountain of emails, phone calls, inquiries, appointments, like, and then on top of that, everybody wants to schedule a meeting with you, right? Like everybody's like, oh, Happy New Year. Like, let's put 15 meetings on your calendar. It's like, I have to like, you're trying to balance like all of the initiatives and energy that was happening, like leading into the new semester, but then also just like trying to do your like literal day-to-day job, like doing the tasks that you have to complete every day and stuff. So that first week back was rough, but then it was especially rough because, and I don't want to go into like too much detail just because like this is the internet and once you put things out on the internet, it stays there forever. And I don't want to say anything I shouldn't, but long story short, the new person put in her 2 weeks the first Friday back. Yeah. Like literally we got back on the 6th, which I believe was Monday. And then we like had our first week. It was very stressful. Training was hard because we were maneuvering around, coming back and reorienting ourselves. And yeah, and then, so leading up to that, this was another story I can share more with you a little bit. So the Thursday of that first week back, again, students are not back yet. They come back pretty much this week. Like this is currently Sunday, January 19th. So this past week was the second week back for me, but the first week back for students. So I'm talking about the very first week where we were just us, no students on campus. So that Thursday I was out of the office because my job is letting us do working 410s where you can you work 4 days a week, but then they're 10-hour days instead of 8-hour days. And then you have a day off every week. So you're only working 4 days a week. I'm obsessed with the schedule. I love it so much. I feel like that's one of the main reasons why I'm able to have this channel is because I have a whole day during the week where I can dedicate to like YouTube stuff, but that's besides the point. So I was off on the Thursday and I wasn't in, I just wasn't there. Well, I got a text message from one of my girls and she was like, hey, I'm so sorry to bother you on your day off, but like, can you call me? And I'm panicking. I'm like, was there like a car accident or was there like a, like I'm assuming the worst because I got no context in the text. So I don't even respond to the text message. I just call immediately. And I'm like, hey, like, what's up? Is everything okay? And my team member is in tears, totally in tears. And I'm like, what happened? Like, are you okay? Are you safe? What? And basically what it boiled down to was there was an extremely angry parent because their student did not get into the program that they wanted to. And it was because they didn't, the reality of the matter is that the student did not qualify. Like they were not, like they didn't meet the minimum requirements to be eligible for this particular program. And, you know, I get that everybody loves their special angel, right? Like everyone loves their child and thinks their child is perfect. But, you know, unfortunately, at some point, there has to be a little bit of a reality check. And again, this student was incredibly bright. Like this was not like they were like super not eligible. Like, why are you even calling? This was a student where you feel bad, right? Like you feel bad because you're like, wow, you were super close. But there are other options and other ways to still get into the nursing program. We have tons of different like avenues to go to. But this mom was not hearing any of it from my employee. She was screaming at her. She was yelling. There was like, it was just, like my staff member did not feel safe. She was again crying to me and she was upset, and she mostly, I mean, and this is like the sweetest, my girl's like the sweetest girl ever. She's the sweetest human being, couldn't hurt a fly, doesn't even get confrontational, was apologizing to the parent who was screaming at her, like whatever. Anyway, I don't want to get too into the details, but essentially she was calling me because she was like very upset and like was having a really hard time after dealing with that mom. And I was like, I'm so sorry. Like, you don't deserve to be treated that way. And I get very mama bear with my team. I get like bent. And of course I'm like, yeah, it's my, and you know, my staff member is like, I'm so sorry. It's your day off. Like I shouldn't have called you. I'm like, you should absolutely, sorry, I'm just stabbing myself again with this so I can get it a little less sticky. I'm like, you absolutely should have called, like, or texted or whatever. Like, you should never feel like you can't reach out to me. Like, is it nice that I work 4/10s? Of course. Yes. Like, I love that I do get to have a day off in the week and I get to do things that I want to do. But also, like, I'm still responsible as a manager. I'm still responsible for my team and their well-being and their success in their role. If there's a fire, literal or not literal, you know, I need to be there. Like, that's just my view. I know that everybody has different opinions on like work-life balance and how that should go. But for me personally, I am blessed to work in a place that has a flexible work environment. And so in my mind, like if, let's say like the wheels really fell off the bus and I needed to go in that day, even though it was my day off because I needed to handle something, I would have just done that and then flexed my time and like picked up some time off later. Like that's how I operate. Like unless I was like literally like not in the state or I was traveling or I was like physically unavailable, like that's different when like I can't make myself personally available anytime that I'm off. But if I am, and there truly is an emergency, like I'm gonna come help. Or if I am not available, I'm gonna try to find someone that can come help. Do you know what I mean? Like that's just how I am as a supervisor. And so she's like crying and she's sorry and she's like this, and I'm like, take a breath. I was like, let me just say this. Like, you are no longer communicating with that person. Like, you are done communicating with them, because they were like, you know, they were just like getting irate and they wanted to like, you know, they want the sun, moon, and the stars. They want to call the president of the school and probably the United States, and they want the manager or the supervisor, and they want, you know, they just start demanding for things. And that can be really scary if you're not properly trained on how to handle that type of, you know, escalated situation or individual. And so I just, again, I was off, but I said to my team member, I was like, okay, because I'm like, you're not calling them back. Like they hung up the phone or whatever, and then she immediately called me, like my team member did. I was like, you're not calling them back. You're going to send them an email, because they've had email correspondence as well. That was aggressive. I was like, you can respond to an email from them and say, you know, hi, I've copied in my supervisor. They're out of the office today, but they'll get back to you first thing in the morning, which would have been Friday morning. I was like, that is all you're allowed to do. Like, do not expose yourself to more of this. First of all, they're already upset and aggravated. So there's not going to be any productivity to any conversation you have with that person at this point, right? Like, there's not going to be like a, you know, I've thought about it and I've realized that I'm a crazy person. Like, that's not going to happen. The reality is they're just going to continue to like wind themselves up by talking about it, and they have to point their anger somewhere. They're not going to point it at their child who literally just doesn't qualify. They're going to point it at you because you answered the phone or you answered you know what I mean? And again, like, I wish the world didn't work that way. And like that, sorry, I thought I threw a drill at myself. I know that, you know, it shouldn't work that way. And like, whatever, but like, even though it is our job to have good customer service and be kind and friendly and open to parents and families and students, like, we do not need to take abuse. Like, we do not need to take verbal abuse from parents and families and students. So I told my team member, I was like, shut it down, you know, just say these very words, like, thank you for your call earlier. I've copied in my supervisor. They're out of the office. They will reach out to you first thing in the morning. That is it. Okay. That is all you're allowed to say. And so that's what my team member did. That's what they said to the person. And the person then, because again, I'm seeing my email, even though I'm not in the office, like, I can see it on my phone. And the mom is just like sending multiple responses to that email saying, like, this is my supervisor. They'll get back to you in the morning. The mom just wouldn't stop. They sent like 2 or 3 additional emails after that, just like berating. And I told my girl, I was like, do not engage. Like, it's just don't. Trust me. Like, they're trying, but it's not worth it. There's no winning today. So, you know, my person did what they were supposed to. They sent the email. They did not continue to engage. And then it was the next day. So I was supposed to have a training with that new person in the morning on the next day. But obviously, like, they didn't know what had happened with the mom. And I had to reach out to the mom in the morning. And so I messaged the new person and I had said, like, hey, I'm so sorry. I'm going to be delayed to our training because I'm dealing with this situation. Like, I'm dealing, you know, with this angry parent, whatever. And, you know, and I was like, I'll call you as soon as I'm out of whatever this is. I don't know how long it'll take, but I'll call you when I'm done. And then we can like reschedule the training, whatever. And they were like, fine. So then I deal with the mom. I had to get, you know, I had to get big admissions involved, and they thankfully helped me kind of explain to the mom that, in fact, the student is not eligible and this is why. And I don't think the mom took that very well. And so, you know, long story short, they decided to pull their application. They were like, I don't want to, well, the mom was like, I don't want, you know, my student to go here, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't make any sense. And details. So that was handled, right? That case closed. Mom is upset, but understands the final picture here, and they are off. So I update my team member who was not working that day. So the day after that whole fiasco, luckily she had a day off. So I was like, good, go get a drink, girl. Like, relax, please. But I did text her to just say, like, it's been handled. So that way she wasn't like, you know, stressing about it all weekend, because that's no way you want to go into a weekend, is like thinking about work and stuff and freaking out. So texted her. Then I got on the call with the new person, and I was like, I'm so sorry. You know, this is what happened. Like, I know that it's just hard. Again, like, it's hard for anyone to train, period. Even in the perfect circumstances, like, training is difficult. Like, and to do that on top of like having to do the actual work and helping my team, and school just started up again. It's like, it's a lot. And again, I'm not saying it's a lot to complain about it being a lot, but I'm just saying, like, you know, it would be nice if there was like a little bit of empathy there of like, you know, hey, I get it. You're doing your best. Like, we'll reschedule, whatever. It didn't really feel that way. And again, like, I don't want to share too many details just because I want to keep most of this private. But what I will share with you is that we did reschedule that training into the afternoon. And when we popped into the training, you know, I was like, hey, whatever, you know, super happy-go-lucky. And like, basically they were like, you know, I just sent my letter to you. I put in my 2 weeks. And I was like, okay. So, yeah, again, I don't want to overshare, but basically it just wasn't good timing. I don't think it was a good fit. Don't have too much more to say about that, but yeah, their last day is this Friday coming up. So again, it's the 19th right now. So the 24th will be their last day. And so for their last couple weeks with us, like last week and this week, they've just been doing like minimal stuff that we were able to train them on so that they're being semi-helpful while they're still here. And it is helpful. It is helpful that they're doing what they're doing, but obviously like they worked for us for like 3 weeks. So they don't even have access to everything yet. I don't even know if that person has keys. Like truly, I don't even know like what's going on. So, yep. And of course the day that the person put in their 2 weeks, my boss was out of the office and I'm like, okay, like no big deal. Like, I mean, it is what it is. It's not going to change anything, but I would have liked to get ahead of it because the person did submit a letter of resignation to our HR department and copied in myself and my boss. And there was a little bit of finger pointing in there about, just certain things. And I'm just like, okay, well, and I just wanted to be able to have a conversation with my boss to just explain my perspective. And then whatever, it doesn't really matter. Like the person's leaving. It doesn't really matter what they said or what I say. Like it's not going to change the outcome. It's just, I think I've said this before. I don't know if I've said this to you guys or not, or just in general, but like, I have very thick skin. Truly, I have very thick skin. It takes a lot to aggravate my life. And I always try to assume positive intent with strangers, with people I know. I don't think that people are always out to get you. I don't think that it's people's constant intention to be hurtful, but I think sometimes it's a byproduct of people not paying attention to what they're saying, or sometimes a lack of emotional intelligence or whatever. But I try to assume positive intent. So my first reaction to most things is not like, that jerk, blah, 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 like, and just retaliate with feelings. Like I try to be like, okay, what do I think they tried to say? Or what do I think they miscommunicated, or did it sting enough or hurt enough that I like really need to address it with the person or whatever. And so I don't like it when my character or like that piece of me, that's the one thing that gets me really upset, is when people like try to come for like my character or my work ethic or anything related to that. Like it's my button and it sends me. And so I just wanted to talk to my boss just to remind them that like they know who I am. And again, I've realized this, like, and I've known this before today, but like I am definitely a words of affirmation person. Like if you've ever taken any of those like love language quizzes, love languages doesn't just have to be with like intimate partners. It can also be with like any relationship, a friend relationship, a working relationship, acquaintanceship, like any relationship. Like knowing how someone receives love and affection is really important. And so, yeah, if you've never done it, Google the 5 love languages test or quiz. It's free to take. And it's like words of affirmation, physical touch, gift giving, acts of service. And there's, did I say them all? Gift giving, acts of service, words of affirmation, physical touch, and quality time. That's the 5th one. So it's like a little quiz, and it tells you more about like who you are and like based on how you answer the questions and like how you receive, like, again, love and attention and affection and what builds you up, right? Like what builds you up as a person. So it gives you a percentage breakdown of all of them. So like, it's not like you're only this, it's like you're mostly this, but then this is number 2 and number 3, whatever. So I'm very high on words of affirmation. I'm just, and that's honestly, I'm an only child. that's probably common with a lot of only children. It's like people pleasing, or the oldest child, it's common that like people, especially from my generation, like it's like we want people to be proud of us. We want people to be happy with the work that we're doing. We want the pat on the shoulder. We want the, you're doing a great job. You're this, you're that. Like, and again, I'm not trying to beg for anything. So please, it's fine. I'm trying to explain, like, that's the type of person I am. And so, when someone writes something or says something that feels off character, like they're depicting you in a way that you do not think you represent yourself in a certain way, and that's just not how you portray yourself, and that's not how you want to be portrayed. And like you work really hard to make sure that people think you're reliable and smart and helpful and calm in the storm, and then someone like says something alternative to that, I get my back up about it. And so I was like, I'm not going to text my boss on his day off. Like, I'm not going to aggravate him. But our boss's boss was in the office. So I went over and chatted with her. And I've been working with her for like 8 years. Like, honestly, I've had like a million different bosses, but she has stayed consistent as like the higher up of the entire department. And I've built quite a relationship with that person, and we're really close. And I've always loved her mentorship to me in the role. And she's always looked out for me and given me great advice. And she did it again. She was just like, if all of these things you're saying are true about the experience you've had with this individual, like, it sounds like, you're like, it's okay. Like, it's okay. It's okay for things not to work out. And maybe it was for the best. And just again, reaffirming for me, like, Ash, I know who you are. I know what you're about. I know, like, I see how you've worked with the rest of your team. And like, clearly you're doing a great job if everybody else is like singing praises. You know what I mean? Like, one person saying something not nice or not what you view to be not accurate about who you are and what you're about, like, for the people who actually know you, they're not even going to blink twice at that, because they're like, no, we've known you for over 8 years and we know what you're about. And like, clearly this was just a bad fit. And I was like, thank you so much for saying that. Like, I was definitely internalizing a lot of this situation because, I do pride myself on being a good supervisor, and I try really hard to build a good work environment, a good work climate. So like, people feel safe and comfortable to ask questions and welcome no matter who they are or what they are or where they come from. Like, I am extremely sensitive to that because I've had horrible work experiences in the past. Like, ones where like I felt like I've had to go see therapists after because I was slightly traumatized by the experience. And basically most of my life I've just been learning what not to do. And I think that that's what's helped me grow. And again, I'm not saying like I'm the best supervisor ever. I'm just saying like, I've seen what the other side looks like and I know what I don't want to repeat. And so that's kind of informed a lot of my methods, because I'm just like, well, I know this doesn't work, and I know how this made me feel. And like, when you've been the employee who has to teach their boss how to do your job, and like, it's tough, it's just really tough. And so like, a lot of my theories and philosophies on management have to do with what I've experienced myself and what I know that I do or do not. And I've had some good ones too, don't get me wrong. Like, I've had some really good managers as well. Just like I love both of my bosses right now. My boss and my boss's boss, love them to death. Totally great. So like, hearing that though was comforting. Again, me going into the weekend without having talked to my boss, I was like, thank you for saying that. Like, I appreciate that. And again, I'm not trying to throw anybody under the bus, but I just don't like it when my character or like who I am as a person is being put into question. And my boss's boss was like, Ash, you're fine. Like, don't worry about it. Like, it sounds like it was for the best for everybody in the situation and everything's going to be okay. And I was like, thank you so much. So that was a shocker, right? Like, that person has literally worked for us for like 3 weeks and is now leaving. Again, this Friday is their last day. And so just trying to navigate that, because obviously like, we're going to have to repost the position. It's going to take a while for that to, so like, we're going to get applicants for it, and then we're going to have to interview those people, and then we're going to have to pick and then schedule out their first day. Like, I honestly don't really see a person like butt in chair till the end of spring. Honestly, if it was April, I would be impressed. That's how I feel about it. And to be honest, like, it's not the end of the world, because again, something that I think is important is that I've done all of their jobs before. Like, everybody who is on my team, I've done their job before. Like, I've processed applications, I've recruited, I've talked to parents and families, I've given tours, I've done it. I did it. And then and then they gave me a team to help me do it better, because I was a one-woman show for a long time. And so like, whenever my team doesn't know how to do something, they can legitimately ask me, and because I've done it before. But if I don't know, we will go figure it out together, so that way we both know. So it's a very collaborative environment, and it's very like, it's just very friendly. And it felt, for the last couple of weeks, it just kind of felt like there was a little bit of a cloud over that. But now I'm like, I honestly, like, I'm thankful to the person for doing what they did and making the choice to leave, because I don't know that I was feeling a type of way, but I didn't know what to do with my feeling about it. And again, everything was just coming at us so fast from like a working perspective that like I was like, I don't even have time to process what I'm thinking because we just have to do the work. And then they, you know, the person made the decision for us. But honestly, for them and for us, I think it was the best decision. And I'm thankful that they took that step to do that. Because again, like I wish them well, even though I'm not like super pleased with how some of it went down. Like I'm like, I want them to be successful, and I want them to like whatever role they're going to go into. I have no idea if they had something lined up or not, because it was so sudden. But it was only sudden to me. Who knows how long they were planning to do that. But I'm just saying, like, it all happened so fast. But like, I want them to go find a job that they enjoy, and that they, you know, meld well with the team, and that they, you know, I wish well for them, and I hope they wish well for us. You know, obviously, I don't know that we're in a place to have that conversation right now, but I'm hoping, again, I'm assuming positive intent, and I'm assuming that, you know, everybody, it's going to be a happy breakup and it'll be fine. But because, again, with all the procedures of hiring a new person and how that's going to go, I just don't foresee another new person coming until towards the end of the spring semester, which means that, you know, I'll basically be filling that role in the interim, because I'm not going to put that on my team. They already have full-time jobs. I do too, but it, you know, it's my job. I'm the supervisor. Like, it's my job. And again, I know how to do that work because I did it before. Before I was promoted, I was them. So it's kind of fun. I'm not gonna lie. So like at first I felt like I was like super nervous. I'm like, ooh, I haven't touched some of this stuff in a while. Like, I hope I remember how to, like, you know, just do the nitty gritty stuff that, like, when you're doing it every day, it seems like second nature. But like when you have had a team for a while and you haven't had to touch things, that you're like, oh, was it this button, or was it this button, or was it this screen or that screen, or do I do this step first and then this step, whatever. And so like at first I was like, oh my gosh, I hope I don't make like a total fool of myself. But then like I started like getting into a little bit of a groove, and I was like, I remember how to do this. This is good. This is good. This is fun. So yeah, I mean, I'm still stressed because it's a lot to do in a short amount of time. And this is the part that kills me the most. In the fall, before that person got on the team, they didn't join the team until December. So August, September, October, November, 4 months, we were collecting applications and kind of holding stuff because we knew we were getting a new person. So we wanted to have stuff to train with. And so we were holding back on like processing stuff because we were like, oh, we'll use this as like an opportunity. And then their training burned to the ground, and then they quit. And here we are, and none of it's been touched. So I'm basically having to start now on stuff that like never had been touched because we thought we were saving it for, you know, it's a whole thing. So yeah, that's where I'm at. But again, I have a really good team. They're very supportive. They've already asked how they can be helpful. And I said to them, like, let me just try to get as far as I can. And if we get close to the end and I'm still feeling behind, like, I'll tap people on the shoulder. But I'm really hoping to not have to, like, add to their plate because they do so much on their own. And I just want them to focus on doing their job to the best of their ability while I do what I need to do. And again, because I won't be training anybody, I can go hyperspeed because that's my speed and I've been doing it for years, so I can go much faster. The problem that I'm running into the most is that like I'm doing this other job, right? Like I'm processing applications and emailing students, and like I'm doing all of that kind of like more entry level work, but I'm also still responsible for like my role as a supervisor and making sure like my team has everything they need. I have so many meetings every day. I'm in a lot of like higher level conversations about like future programs and future offerings, and that's where I love to be, right? Like I love to do like big brain thinking and like brainstorming and ideas and like, oh, like let's get this meeting together with all the bigwigs and talk about this and this. And like, again, I'm a futuristic person, so I like the strategic planning of my job a lot. Like that's why I love my job. But to have to go from like outer space to then reel it back into like, okay, this prerequisite goes here, this one goes here, send this to us. my brain is like, "Ah." So it's like there are days where I'll have to block my whole calendar and just be like, I'm just processing applications today. Do not talk to me. But of course, you really can't be like, do not talk to me, right? Like you can't really say that because like people need you and like they're never gonna stop needing you. But I'm just trying really hard to find that balance. And it's only been, I literally found out a week ago that this person was leaving. And so last week, so that happened the first week we came back, it was that Friday. They said they're putting in their 2 weeks. Then this past week, leading up to today, was the first week back for the spring semester for the students. So that added another layer of like people showing up, asking questions, whatever. And again, I don't want them to feel like we're not keeping up with that because they don't know, like students don't care and they don't know what's going on. So it's like, you know, I don't want that to impede, I don't want what's happening inside our office to impede on like the product of us, like, and like what students are able to get from us in a timely manner. Because we really pride ourselves on like, you know, being a quick to respond office and like being available, all these things, whatever. So it is a little bit like drinking out of a fire hose. And again, I'm having to kind of like reconnect myself with the role and remembering like how to do certain things. But it's kind of been fun. I'm not going to lie. And it's giving me an opportunity to see like where the inefficiencies are in the process since the last time I touched it, right? Because the last time I touched it was 2021. I think that's when I built my team, was like October of 21 is like when I became a supervisor for the first time. So ever since then, like I've kind of given my people the opportunity to like do whatever they want to do. Like if you like the spreadsheet organized a certain way, go for it. If you want to do ABC and then CBA and then, you know, CAB, like as long as the end result looks like this, I don't care how you make the cake. It just needs to taste good. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I don't like to micromanage people and be like, no, you must have this specific format for this, and this. Like that is too much energy for me. And maybe that's because I'm a millennial and I'm just like, just please do your job. I don't want to follow up. I just want you to do your job. I want to know that you're doing your job because I can see the production and I can see the outcomes of what you're doing. I don't have to call you randomly throughout the day and check in on you. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to have to do that. And I don't do that because again, my team is amazing. So, what am I doing? A? Okay. I'm doing the baby A right now. So yeah, but like I was saying, I'm taking this as an opportunity to like say, how can I organize this better for the next person? So that way, like when we do trainings, maybe it can be a little bit more together. And then once they feel comfortable with the role, then they can, you know, do any sort of like mixing and shifting and things that they might want to do. That's more their style. But at least they have like that consistent beginning template. And that's what I've given every single one of my team members. Like I always give them like, this is how I did it. Once you feel comfortable with this basic process, you can put your own spin on it. But for now, this is the way. And then you can, you know, make efficiencies later on. And that's what everyone has done. But after the person, so the person who, after the person who left, who was before the person we just hired, they left for good reasons. Like everybody was so sad to see them go. They were crying, we were crying, but it was for a good reason. They got a really good job opportunity in a field to which their degree matched. So they were working for us, having never had the higher ed experience before, but they were like a go-getter and like really positive, and they learned really fast. And like, I was very confident in their ability to learn the job, and they did amazing. Like while they were with us, they did great, but then a job opportunity came up that they just couldn't pass up. That was more geared towards the field that they were really looking to spend their professional career in. And they took it and they got the job. And again, the person communicated that to me. I helped them. Like I said to them, like, dude, like keep me in the loop. Like it was like the perfect way I would ever want anyone to leave. And it's like so funny because that person left in like August, September, I can't remember exactly, of 24. And like, again, like everybody was like, we're going to miss you, give us updates. And like, I'm still friends with that person. Like I'm still friends with them. So it's like funny how that ended up. But then like what the replacement of that person, it was just, again, just not a good fit. But yeah, so like when the person left back in August, there was not really a period where I kind of went back on their stuff and said, what do I need to like reorient myself to? Because again, I was pretty in touch with that person about like how they were doing what they were doing and whatever. So I really didn't change anything. And I guess the way that person organized their stuff didn't really gel with the new person, and they didn't really understand. Like, they didn't understand how things were organized or what. It was just like the trainings just always seemed like grinding teeth, and that's never how you want a training to be. And so now that I'm doing the work for the foreseeable future until we find a replacement, I'm trying to kind of bring it back down to like level 0, like how I had it before. It's almost like I'm resetting the clock. So it's like, okay, that person came in and put their own spin on it. And again, they were doing the work, they were doing their job, but like, I have to now kind of pull all that back to where it was before, so I can understand it, so that I can teach it to somebody else. Cause like, you know how it is when you're looking at like somebody else's notes on something and you're like, this is hieroglyphics. I have no idea what I'm looking at. But again, the work is getting done. So at the end of the day, you're like, all right, well, it doesn't, I guess I don't really care as long as like, you know what you're doing and whatever. But yeah, so now I'm looking at it a little differently, and I'm like, okay, let me kind of reset the position a little bit into a more organized format, because then I can be like, again, I can go back to the model of, this is how I did it. You know, I'm going to teach you the way I did it. And then once you feel like you get a full grasp and understanding of what it is, then we can, you know, you can mumbo jumbo and do whatever you got to do. Once you feel comfortable kind of freestyling a little bit. But yeah, so that has been, I'm just looking at my notes because I didn't want to miss any of my fun work stories. Yeah. Oh, so on a later note about work, I did bring the Diamond Art Club 2025 calendar in. So for Christmas last year, my office present to my team was the Diamond Art Club 2025 calendar. So I kitted up January, the month, like the January drills, and I brought that in. I need to still finish the rest of it. I have it, it's all behind me. I haven't had a chance to kit it up, but I do plan to. I just need to, again, finding time these days is like LOL. But I'm going to kit up the rest of the months and have them all in there so they can work on whatever month they want. And then we're just going to use that calendar in the office as like a team calendar to track like birthdays and anniversaries and fun stuff. Like nothing crazy, just because it's like a fun calendar. It's like a project. But then when the calendar is finished, I'm going to bring it back home with me, like once the year is over, and I'm going to cut out the pretty top parts with like the diamond painting piece, and I'm going to stick it in my special project scrapbook, because I'm considering that a special project. Also, my whole team is going to be working on it. None of them have really diamond painted before, so it's going to be really fun to see like how they like diamond painting. I just try to convert everybody. Is that what you guys do too? Like, let me know in the comments, like, when you get into diamond painting and people are like, oh, what's that? It's like you're trying to convert them to your religion. It's like, let me tell you about the good Lord, Diamond Art Club. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But you know what I mean? Like, it's like, we're all like, we're not a cult. But we all have a very common shared interest, and we just want more people to be interested in that thing. Right? Like, right? I don't know. But anyway, everybody at work was super excited when I brought the calendar in, and they were like, they look so cute, and look how cute all the little thingies are for the months. And I was like, yeah. And if everybody wants to do their birthday month, like that could be fun. And so they're really excited. And they have the drills for January. No one has started it yet. It's January 19th. If like we don't get the full calendar done by the end of the year, I don't mind. I'll just go back and do whatever ones that they didn't do, because I'm still counting it as like a little special project thing. So even if like it gets a little sporadic, I'm not like that concerned about it. What? Oh, I want this one. I highly recommend, by the way, doing the small tilt of your thing, because it really helps. It does help, so you don't have to be stretching over every time you need to change your color. So yeah, so the Diamond Art Club calendar is something that I'll be working on with my team this year, and that'll be a really fun way for us to bond. And I told them, like, it's kitted up and it's just in our storage closet. And so I said to them, I was like, anytime that like you feel like you need a break, but you don't want to stay in your office, you can take this out to the common space and just work on it for like 15, 20, 30 minutes and then go back to what you were doing. And so yeah, they were really excited about it, and I will definitely show you guys updates of it. If I go to work and some of them have been done, I'll take pictures of what they've already done, and I'll show you guys pictures of that. I'm gonna consider myself for that project like cleanup crew. So I'm gonna try not to work on it because you know me, I'll just finish it if I do that. So I'm gonna try to not work on it and let them work on it. But then at the end of the year, if I need to, like I said, go back and like finish a month or finish a half a month or whatever, I'll do that at the end. But I really want them to use it as like a de-stressor and just like an opportunity to step out of their physical office space and go do something like fun and creative. So I'll keep you guys posted on how that's going. But let me look at my notes again. Oh, yes. Oh my gosh. Okay. Last kind of work. It's work-ish related, but it's more, it's like work and life. So I don't even know where to begin. So I'm just laughing because it's fun. It's gonna be fine. It's just funny. So Valentine's Day is coming. I feel like the moment people took down their Christmas trees, Walmart, Target, all of the craft stores, they were like, Valentine's Day is now. It was like January 1, and it was like Easter and Valentine's Day in the stores. And I was like, whoa. But anyway, so Valentine's Day. I was looking at my email the other day, like my personal email, not my work email. And I had gotten an email from Marriott, the hotel brand, and they were like, hey, you have a free night certificate that you still need to use, and it's going to expire on like this day. And I was like, oh man, like, and I've unfortunately, like, I have let those gift certificates expire before just because like I forget, or I just am like, where am I going to go? Like, what am I going to do for one night? Like that, like if you go on vacation, like usually it's not one night. So I sometimes skip out on that, but I regret it because it's like a free night in a hotel, and a really nice hotel at that. And Eric and I, you know, want to obviously take advantage of that. So I'm like, what could I do? So then I'm like, oh my gosh, I should see if there's any local hotels that I can use this certificate on for Valentine's Day. And then that would be nice. We would both get off of work on Friday because Valentine's Day is a Friday this year, which is so rare. And I was like, you know, we'll both get off work. We'll head over to the hotel. Well, the hotel is right next to a big casino. So we can then like walk around the casino. We can get dinner, and then we can go back to this like nice cushy hotel and like have a great night, and then whatever. And then just go home the next day after checkout. And because I'm a member of Marriott, like I get late checkout and all these things. So I'm like super excited. So I book it. I book Valentine's night at this hotel, and it was free. Completely free. And I was like, this is amazing. Eric's gonna freak out. So I book it. Eric comes home, and like I debated making it a surprise. And I'm really glad I didn't. I'll tell you why in a sec. But I was debating on making it a surprise, but I'm the type of person where like obviously like I enjoy receiving a present. Like receiving presents is fun, but I'm so into giving presents. Like I love to see people's faces, like when I've like planned something for them, or when I've given them a gift, or like I just like, it fills my cup so much to like watch someone else react, because I love to be personal when I give, and so like it just warms me that they're so excited because it's so whatever it is so tailored to them. So like I'm the worst. Like I tell all my family members, like I'm like, I can't buy you birthday presents, Christmas presents, any anniversary, Valentine's, like I can't buy presents too early, or I'll just give them because I'll be like, well, I want to see you. I'm so dying to give this to you that here, just open it. I do that all the time, and it's awful. I'm the worst, and I'm aware of it, and I'm trying to be better. But anyway, so I booked the hotel like during the week this week. It was like either last weekend or this week. I can't exactly remember. But again, it's still January, but I have no self-control. So I was like, hey babe, I was like, do you want me to tell you like what I did, like what I got you today? No, because I'm dying. I'm like dying to tell him. And he was like, I was like, do you want me to tell you or do you want me to keep it a surprise? Which in reality, everyone knows, like in my soul, I want to tell him, but I want him to want me to tell him. I don't want to tell him and then he would have wanted it to be a surprise. So he was like, well, what do you want? And I'm like, and I'm thinking to myself, like, Eric, you know what I want. Like, you know, I want to tell you. Don't play this game with me. But whatever. So I'm like, fine, I'll just tell you. Fine. So I tell him, and first he was like, oh wow, I'm really glad you told me that because I was gonna surprise you and book a night somewhere, and I hadn't done it yet. You beat me to it, and I was like, well, thank God, because mine was free. And he was like, what? And then it was like, it was fun, it was good. And I told him it was free. We got the certificate, and he was like, oh yeah, you know, cool, whatever. So we're excited, right? We're like, oh my gosh, he booked a restaurant. So I booked the hotel. And then when he found out where we were staying, he looked around and found like a really good Italian restaurant. He's like, I'm going to take you here that night. And I was like, oh my God. And it's so great. So this is where it gets funny. So hotel's booked. We have dinner reservations. We're thinking about walking over to the casino after dinner and just like looking around. Maybe we'll gamble a little bit. Who knows? Whatever. We've never been to this casino before. Like, it's like new to us. So like, really, I feel like we're really just going to walk around and look, but like we might throw a 20 into something and see what happens. But anyway, so I went to work and I got an email from, the marketing and communications team at my job, and it was a reminder about the scrub run. And what the scrub run is basically it's a 5K, and you can run it or walk it, and it's the money to purchase like your entry into the run is like benefits like student success and like emergency student funds and money so we can spend it on the students. Like, it's all for the students. It's raising money for student success initiatives and other college things. And it started 2 years ago, and I've done it every single year. It's only 2 years, so it's not like a million, but I have all my medals. I have all my t-shirts. I am like into it. And again, I've been working on my fitness and my health, and I'm like really excited this year to sign up with the runners. So again, I'm probably not going to run the whole thing. Let's face it. Like, I don't have the stamina to run the whole thing, but like, I definitely feel like I would rather be with the runners than the walkers, because with the walkers, they go later than the runners. And by the time the walkers finish, they're already packing everything up and all the fun stuff is over. They don't leave it open long enough for like the walkers to really enjoy what's happening. So, and I'm not going to get like an ice cream before I run. Do you know what I mean? Like all the fun stuff you want to do after you do the 5K. So I told Eric that this year I wanted to sign us up with the runner group. And again, everybody just, after the runners, there are some people who like truly do run it, but like a majority of the runners just end up walking. You know what I mean? Like, it like fast walking, but you know how it is. Everyone's just doing their best. So I'm like, I told Eric, and like we signed up for this run last year because there was like a discount, there was like a coupon code, and I signed both of us up and I got like $10 off or something. But I always sign up really early because I want to put it on my calendar and I want to whatever. The race is Saturday, February 15th at 8 o'clock in the morning. When I told Eric that, he just looked at me like I had shot a dog. Like I had crashed the car. I had spilled water all over his computer. I was like, I'm so sorry. Like I was like, I had no memory. I had no memory of it, the race being that day. And then he was like, who schedules a 5K the day after Valentine's Day? And I was like, I don't know, but we have to do it. He's like, what? I was like, we're doing it. And so he was like, fine, you know, because again, he's into the fitness thing too. And like, it's good. He knows it's good for us. And he and I have both done it every year. And like, it didn't take like convincing to like say like, yeah, we're still going to do it. But it was just the realization that like, we were going to be out the night before at a nice hotel, dressed up, going to dinner, heading up a casino. And then like the next day we had to wake up at like 6 a.m. to go register and get in line for the 5K. He was like, no late checkout. I was like, no, baby, no late checkout. He's like, no continental breakfast? I'm like, no, baby, no continental breakfast. He's like, no cuddling in bed for 2 hours? I'm like, no, baby, no cuddling in bed for 2 hours. I'm like, but when we're done, we can take showers and then cuddle and cry because it'll be like 9 o'clock in the morning when it's over. Oh my Lanta. So, and normally my mom does it with us too. But I don't think she signed up this year. I'll have to double check with her. But normally she'll do the race with us. But she'll walk it. But again, with the running and walking, it doesn't really matter. So yeah. So the day after Valentine's Day, Eric and I are going to be at a hotel in downtown. We have to wake up extra early because it's further away than our house is from the school. The race is at the school. We have to get dressed in our like running gear and then go to the school and run at like 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning or whatever the call time is. It's fine. It's good for us. It's a bonding experience. Hey, I hope the t-shirt's themed. Like, I hope the t-shirt's like lovey-dovey or whatever. Is like at least like, I don't know, pink or something. I don't know. But anyway, so I just thought that was really, really funny because literally like we never book hotels like local. We never do that. If we're going on vacation, that's different. But like we never are just like, let's do a hotel tonight and have like a date night. We don't do that because in our minds, like if we could still go on a date and just come home to sleep, and that's like saving money versus like sleeping in a other bed. Like for what? A shower and a nap? Like what sense does that make to spend, you know, $150, $200, sometimes $300 a night somewhere when you could literally go home and sleep in your perfectly good bed? Sorry, I'm looking for an arrow and I'm not seeing it initially. Where are you, arrow? Sometimes you really just got to go row by row until you see it. Oh, I found it. Also, sometimes I feel like because I have my light pad on, I always use my light pad. Sometimes I feel like the color on this is darker in the box than it is on the here because the light pad makes it look brighter than it is. So sometimes I think I'm looking for like a light pink and it's really like mauve. Anyway, back on topic. So yeah, so Eric and I will be running a 5K the morning after Valentine's Day. So pray for us. We're going to have a lot of fun though. I know we are. It'll be good. It'll be good. And honestly, it's going to be so early that it'll get our day started really good. And we'll already have our workout in for the day. Cause we're not going to like run a 5K and then go to the gym. Like we're not that dedicated, but like we'll do the run, we'll go home, shower. And then if he wants us to take like a nap, we can. I'm not good about that. Like if I take a nap, I'm not going back to sleep. I'm going to be a terror all night long. So I won't take a nap. If he wants to, he can, but I will probably come in here, diamond paint, or maybe, well, our friends will want to see us that day. I'm not sure. It's the day after Valentine's Day, so who knows, to be honest, but we'll figure it out. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm pretty sure our friends Cynthia and Tyler are going to be out of town that weekend because Tyler's brother is getting married that weekend. So I think they'll be in South Carolina. And then my other friends, will probably get dinner with them or something. But yeah, so that's like kind of work related because it's like a work event, but it's on a Saturday and they picked the Saturday after Valentine's Day. And yeah, so Eric and I are still going to have a great time at the hotel. We're still going to enjoy our dinner and walking around the casino and doing all that. It's just that like, honestly, thank God it's a free night, right? Like we're not paying for that hotel night. So like the fact that we have to wake up early and get out of there, I don't feel as bad about it because it was free. Like literally it was a gift certificate. So I'm not too upset about it personally, and I think that helped the situation. But it was just funny. It was like the one time that we go to a hotel, it's like we have to be up at 6 a.m, and I just thought that was really funny. So yeah, those were all my work updates. This will be everybody's water break. Please grab your water. I also got this for Christmas. It's a new Stanley. I'm obsessed with it. Again, courtesy of my beautiful mother-in-law. Or maybe, I can't remember. I think it was my mother-in-law. But it might be Eric's grandma. I can't remember. Christmas at their house, everyone's ripping bags and it's like, you don't even know what's what. It's fun. It's crazy. Okay. So I'm going to do 310 next. Okay. This is getting close to getting close to me being able to put in my other bag of 310 that I have. Maybe I'll do it after this row. I didn't kit up both. I think there were like 2 or 3 bags of 310. I can't remember. But one of the bags of 310, I just kept it in the little heat sealed baggie because I didn't feel like kitting up a second container of 310. But I'll dump it into that container once it gets a little bit lower. But we're almost there. I'm just going to take this piece of plastic off because I'm definitely going to finish this section. This is what they look like, by the way, the little sections for Diamond Art Club. Super handy. I also have release paper here with me in case I opened a larger section and I wanted to put it over here so that my arm doesn't press on the glue, but I didn't know how far I was going to get today because it's a little, this section is a little bit more confetti heavy, but I don't know if you can see, can you see this is the chessboard? This is like a chessboard on the table, and then you can see a little bit of the candles, and then it's off screen right now, but you can see I finished the puppy. There's a puppy that's under the table in a sleeping bed. Again, when we finish the whip and chat, I'll give you kind of a pan over and I'll show you how we're doing. Again, can we just talk about the Bijou Bliss? Look at that. The Bijou Bliss tray is just... Someone in my Instagram comments when I posted a picture of the tray, they said they called it like the Bijou gang. I was like, I like that. I'm in the Bijou gang. I'm a Bijou babe. But that was really funny. So anyway, that was pretty much all of my work updates. Again, spring is kicking my butt. The Lord is throwing me challenges, but I'm working through it and I'm choosing to be positive. This one has a little nubby on it. I just have this little like cheapy tray that was like free in one of my kits from somewhere else. And I just throw all my trash in that little tray. And then when my diamond painting session is over, I have like a big diamond dumpster, I call it, that I dump all of my trash drills and whatever drills I'm not keeping in. So I'll just keep this little tray on the side with me until I need to dump them out at the end. But yeah, so that was all my work stuff that I wanted to share. Ooh, diamond painting updates. Holy cow. I could literally start this whip and chat over and just talk about this topic because there's just so much going on. Oh my gosh, I need to look at my notes here because I have to take notes because I feel like so much happens between our talks that like I don't want to forget anything. I don't want to forget what I want to tell you. So, oh, let me show you an update on my calendar. So if you watched my video, I'll link it below. It was the video it was actually my first whip and chat of January where I talked about like my 2025 plans. And I told you guys that I was going to track my diamond painting every day on if I diamond painted or not. And I did hang up my Chrisabug calendar. And look, I've diamond painted every day of January. Isn't that so cute? So I have these cute little diamond stickers and I stick them on every single day that I diamond paint. Again, it doesn't matter if I do 1 drill or 1,000,000 drills. If I diamond painted that day, I get to put a sticker. And yeah, I love this little skinny calendar. This is from Chrisabug's website. Chrisabug is an artist with Diamond Art Club and with Jada Gem Shop. And they also have some of their artwork available as cross stitch as well. So I highly recommend checking out Chrisabug. I think her store is just like chrisabug.com, but if you look her up on Instagram, all of her links are there as well. And I'll link Chrisabug below. And these stickers I got from Amazon. So again, if you want the Amazon link, go into the description box. These stickers are there. They're just these cute little planner stickers, but I got a pack of them. So you can see I'm just kind of going down the rows here for some color variety, but it came with like a bunch of stickers. Hold on, let me put this back so I don't mess it up. Okay, that's on the wall. And then this is the pack of stickers. So it came with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So seven like sticker sheets, and like there's a ton of diamonds on there. So you can use this definitely. I think I ended up getting 2 packs of them so I could do 365 because in case I diamond paint every day this year, which I'm really trying to do. I'm trying to diamond paint every day for an entire year. I honestly don't think it's going to be that hard to accomplish that because I'm addicted to diamond painting and I have a channel. So I feel like even putting a couple drills down counts for me. So I feel like I can accomplish diamond painting every day of 2025, but we'll see. You know, no pressure, but I think that would be a fun kind of like goal to accomplish this year. What else was I going to show you before I go back to my, okay. Again, I think in that same video where I was talking about things I want to do in 2025, like planning, I talked about special projects, and I talked about how I want to like track special projects and and mini canvases and different things in a separate place. So I do have a separate logbook that I'm going to make for special projects, but for my minis, I said I was going to do a scrapbook, and I got the scrapbook. So this is what it looks like. It came from Michael's. There's like a thing here in the middle for you to put a picture, and then it's kind of like this craft paper. You know, it's kind of plain, nothing too fancy, but I did that on purpose because I wanted to kind of jazz it up myself. Like, I don't know. I'm definitely going to use my Cricut and decorate this. I don't know how though yet. I don't know if I'm going to just like cut out a bunch of really pretty like motifs and stick them on, like stick vinyl on it like a sticker, or if I'm going to like put diamonds, like use my spare drills and put my spare drills on it. There's just so much I can do, but it holds 100 top loading layouts, 50 clear plastic protective pages. It's photo safe. There's a CD pocket included, which is fun. Acid free pages, which is important if you're storing diamond paintings in here. And then it's a 12 by 12 inch. So it's like a perfect square. So my plan is when I start completing more of my minis, like not my snack size kits, but my mini kits, I'm going to go to the craft store and pick out really cute craft paper and put it in here. And then I'm going to stick my cute mini on there, and then maybe I'll write some notes on there, or I'll decorate it. I don't know. I haven't fully fleshed out the idea, but I did buy the scrapbook because it was on sale at Michael's. So if you want to pick up a scrapbook and scrapbook with me for all of our mini kits, I think that would be fun. Again, this thing has 50 clear sheets, but it can hold up to 100 layouts because you can do double-sided. So I don't know how many mini canvases I have right now. I haven't totaled them all up, but it's definitely less than 100. So like sometimes a paint gem set will have like 12, 16. Pretty Little Gem does like 12. Diamond Art Club does 6, sometimes 12. But I think in total, I've got to have less than 100, I think, of mini canvases, because each canvas would get its own page in the scrapbook. But yeah, I just wanted to show you, I did get the scrapbook. It's super cute. And again, I got a plain one because I wanted to decorate it myself. But I have that ready to go for whenever I finish my first true, like, paint gem, Pretty Little Gem, Diamond Art Club, mini dazzle, whatever. Like, I want to put those in there, but I did buy it because it was on sale when I went to go look. So that's fun. What else? In, I believe, my last Whip and Chat where we were with Eric, I had asked you guys, or maybe it was prior to that, I can't honestly remember. I had asked you guys if you were interested in me doing my month in review videos, and a lot of people said yes to that, but I wasn't sure if I wanted to do my month in review videos like as a Whip and Chat. So like basically one of my Whip and Chats would me be whipping, but my chat would be about my month in review. But I didn't love that idea because I feel like I'm going to want to show you a lot of stuff. And like in these videos, I would prefer to be diamond painting in my Whip and Chats, like, because that's kind of like what I would prefer to watch. Well, I know most of you guys are just listening, but some people do kind of glance up every once in a while. And so I just feel like us diamond painting and crafting together is more appropriate for a Whip and Chat. So I've decided that my month in review videos are going to start happening this year, but they're gonna be separate videos. So I'll probably put those up on Sundays whenever it's time to do them. I want to complete the full month before I post the month in review, because obviously the month has to end for you to give a full review. So like, for example, January's month in review will probably end up going up the first or second Sunday of February. And so when February is over, the February month in review video will probably go up like first 2 weeks of March on a Sunday. Does that make sense? I hope that you guys like that format. I just think that it'll be really nice to have that kind of consistent video every month to kind of plan for. And I shared with you guys previously in that original planning video for 2025, all of the items that I kind of want to update you guys on. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I think it's going to be a nice standalone video. Another reason I thought it would be really fun too is because like if someone, let's say, like finds my channel, and let's say it's years down the road and I've been diamond painting for like 3 years and I have like a bajillion videos, and they're like, holy cow, like I want to get to know this girl, but I don't feel like watching every video she's ever created, which respect, I get that. I'm the crazy person that does go back to the beginning of someone's channel and just starts fresh because I feel like I have to know everything about them. But that's just because I'm crazy. But if you're someone who's like, that's too much for me, I don't have that type of energy, I plan to make a playlist on my YouTube channel that's just like month in reviews. And then that way, if somebody wanted to just like watch all my month in reviews to get updates on what WIPs I have going, what I've completed so far, my budget, how that's going, my budget for diamond painting, what I'm reading, watching, and listening to, any other special projects or crafts that I've worked on. There's a ton of categories. Again, go watch that first video where I talked about my plans for 25 and I talk about all the things that I'm going to cover in those monthly reviews. But yeah, so I think it's going to be better to be a standalone video, because then if in the future someone just wanted to pop on that playlist and just see how my year went for the last couple of years and then just catch up to normal, I think that as a consumer of YouTube, I think I would like that a lot. And I think that a lot of us are very similar. So I feel like that's going to be a good move. So yeah, my WIP and chats will just be WIP and chats, and we'll just talk about like diamond painting and life and work and fun stuff. But then I will do a separate video that's just going to be a month in review. And again, it's always going to happen after the month closes out, so that way I can give you full numbers and final everything. Because, you know, I don't want to give you a stash update in January if January is not over and then something else shows up at my house or something like that. So that's my plan for the month in review videos. They are going to happen this year. They're going to start with January, but they're going to be, the first video will go up probably like the first or second Sunday in February. So that way you have the whole month to learn about from me. Let's see, what else did I put? Yes. Oh yeah. So, okay. Speaking of like that, like plans and stuff like that, what I did not plan for was for almost everything on my wish list to be restocked within like a week of my last video. Okay, so hopefully you guys have also seen the other video, which I will link below, my Diamond Art Club predictions in bingo form. So I made a bingo card of all of my Diamond Art Club predictions for 2025. I call them predictions, but really what they is like my personal wish list to Diamond Art Club. It's things that I really want to happen, but also I'm trying to predict that they'll happen, and I'm trying to like manifest them into reality. So anyway, right after I posted that video, I was able to like instantly check off 2 things off of my bingo list. I was able to check off the new tools and accessories come out, or like upgrades to tools and accessories, because we got the new toolkit with an upgraded tray. We got a set of, we got a bunch of sets of enhancement drills, which by the way, can you see how I'm displaying them? You guys can totally copy me if you want. This is a Diamond Art Club insert box, and I just put it's one of the fatter ones. It's one of like those newer old school, like bigger boxes, and it has all of my Diamond Art Club enhancement drills right here. And then I also ordered 2 sets of the small trays, or the small, like this, like, this size. This small size. I got 2 extra orders of them when they released, because I feel like if I had more of the smalls, I wouldn't need to use as many of the mediums, and then my tray situation would be a lot better. The reason why I have to use both of my sets right now, well, this kit has 89 colors. That's the first thing. But also, like, if you look at my medium containers, look how few drills are in my medium containers. Like, this is such a waste of space, but I got more small, so that way next time I do a big color count kit, I won't have to use as many of my mediums. I can use more of my smalls, and I can swap them out. But do you like how I'm storing them? I think it's really pretty. So this is all Diamond Art Club, and then down here is all Diamond Dots. These are all my Diamond Dots enhancements, and that video I posted unboxing all of those and showing them off to you on Christmas Day. That came out Christmas Day. So again, linked below if you want to see it. It's a cute video. And if you want to see the drills up close, if you want to see the Diamond Art Club drills up close that I have up here, you can check out my Instagram. I did a whole post about them with like really cute up close photos and stuff like that, so you can see those better. What was I saying with that though? Oh, so yeah. So I was already able to like strike 2 things off of my list. A lot of people in the comments were like, you got 3 things, the storage. And I was like, I don't know if I can count this as the storage win, because yes, they did come out with like individual selling storage like containers, which is awesome, but they haven't necessarily upgraded the box itself. Like, right, like this thing, I ordered these as a whole unit. This has not been changed. And what I'm hoping that they do is that they eventually, when they come out with like a new box, they include extra small and extra large containers. That's probably a long shot. But then again, crazier things have happened, like flower delivery being restocked. She's right up there. I know you can't see her too well, but she's right there. I have her right next to my Disney castle because I just couldn't put her in my stash room. I needed her to be out. I needed to be able to look at her at any time. Here, I'll even tilt up so you guys can see her. There she is. Look at her. She's right there. Kiki, just chilling, hanging out. So, yeah, that works. So yeah, I have flower delivery. I did receive that. I will unbox it for you guys. It's just there because I just like to look at her. She'll go back there after I unbox her, but I'm not ready to film that video just yet. I have a couple more things that I'm getting in that I want to film with her. So yeah, that video, she will be unboxed on the channel. Don't you worry. But I got, yeah, so flower delivery restocked, which was also on my bingo list. And so, yeah, I was able to check off 2 things already on my bingo sheet, and that's really cool because we're still in January, and the fact that I'm already able to like kind of check off multiple things, and I'm really like excited to see how the year continues and how we get to continue to look at the bingo card and see if we're getting close to bingo, or if we're, you know, if we're far away, or if other people create bingo cards, like how close are you? It's just like a really fun thing to do as a community, and I think it'll be really fun, you know, just to keep up with it for the rest of the year. Now I'm just crossing my fingers. I'm dying for Under the Stairs to restock. I only have 2 more things on my wish list, which is absolutely insane. Like, I started 2025 with a lot of things on my wish list. Honestly, I'm low-key embarrassed to do my first month in review video, because when you guys hear how many things I bought in the month of January, how many kits I bought, you're gonna probably faint. But literally, I'm not kidding you, mostly it's restocks, because January, like, I feel like almost 10 things came off of my wish list within a matter of weeks of each other. I literally ordered just like, it was earlier this week, Cauldron of Myrrh restocked, Sakura Festival restocked, and Agisai. I've completed my Margaret Morales collection. Can you believe it? I now own, well, it's not at my house yet, but I am a soon proud to be owner of every Margaret Morales kit that has come out with Diamond Art Club. Honestly, that should have been on my bucket list, because that, I was like unsure. I was like, I'm not sure. And then they brought out, I think, was it Dragon Spirit that they did earlier? I got that. Like, it's been amazing. 2025 for the diamond painting, my diamond painting life has been absolutely incredible, and I'm so thankful. So the only 2 things that I have left on my Diamond Art Club wish list to buy on a restock is Under the Stairs by Yume Art, which is the companion piece to Flower Delivery. And then there's this like other one that I second guessed when it was in stock, but I should have bought it, but I told myself I couldn't buy it. It's the one where it's the mermaid. She's really pretty. She's got brown hair. She's got a red tail and a red bathing suit on, and she's got like a little baby mermaid on her tail, and she's like kind of like got him up on her tail, and it's a really, really cute painting, and I really wanted it, but I told myself like, I basically told myself it was weird to get it because I wasn't a mom, and then everybody yelled at me and they were like, you don't have to be a mom to love that painting, get it anyway, and I was like, you're right, and then it went out of stock, and I was like, that's what you get. That's what you get. So anyway, so I'm just waiting and praying for that to restock. I have seen it come up in D-stash groups, which, by the way, thank you all so much for tagging me. I had a group of girls run to tag me in a D-stash group when someone posted Agisai for sale. And I didn't want to say anything, but I was like, I got her on the restock. Like, it's okay, girls, I got it. But yeah, so, but I do appreciate that. Like, literally, you guys are always looking out for me. When Flower Delivery restocked, you guys came running to my Instagram direct or DMs, and I was like, you guys are the best. Like, honestly, you all are so what makes this craft worth it. Like, it's so fun, like, that you guys care enough about little old me to like run to my messages and be like, Ashley, go get it, it restocked, and da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, guys, I got it. Like, I'm like holding it up and crying. Like, that's literally, that is the energy I want. Those are the types of friendships I want from this community. Like, I want real, down-to-earth people, like, who are cheering me on and care about me. And like, so many of you have reached out to me in the last couple months just to say hi, or just to say like, thank you for the channel, or to give me tips and advice on different things. I've had some people, again, remind me of restocks because they're out there looking for me. You guys are honestly, the best, like, of all time, the best. And I'm so thankful for everybody who has subscribed to this channel. And again, if you're new here, I hope that you feel that energy, and I hope that you feel welcome and the realness, because it is such a good time over here. I'm having such a good time, and you guys are a huge part of that. So thank you so much. But yeah, I only have 2 things on my Diamond Art Club wish list right now. And once those 2 things restock and I get them, I'm just gonna vibe. When I see things that I want to buy, I'll buy them. But I'm not gonna like, I've bought a lot over the last 6 months because there was so many things that I missed out on before I was diamond painting, and I wanted to get them because they can become discontinued, and that would just, I don't want to have to fight in the D-stash groups for things. I'm already having to do that right now for a couple things. Like right now, I think I'm securing Moon Girlfriend. I'm so excited. I haven't paid the person yet, so it's not official until it's in my hands because anything could happen. But I think I've locked down Moon Girlfriend, and I'm so excited to get that kit. Like, that is a holy grail kit for me. I love Ivy Dolomore's work, but that kit I was so sad to see was out. Oh, if all of you partners in crime want to look out for me for something, if you guys see, or if you yourself have this kit and are wanting to de-stash it, I am also desperately trying to find Witch's Flower Shop by Mrs. Butter D. I know a lot of people are, and it's really unfortunate that kit got discontinued because I don't see how it was. Like, was it popular? I feel like that had to have been a very popular kit when it released. So it's interesting that Diamond Art Club would discontinue something, but obviously, like, they only have so much space for inventory and blah, blah, blah. But if any of you know somebody who wants to de-stash the Witch's Flower Shop by Mrs. Butter D, I am more than willing to communicate with you about that. My email address is in the description box, so you can always grab that and send me a quick email, or you can DM me on Instagram as well if you want. My Instagram is linked below. Whatever you're more comfortable with. I would prefer sealed because I'm just a princess about it. But also, like, as long as, like, the drills haven't been opened and it's in good condition and, like, you know, whatever, I'm willing to buy it unsealed. But, like, if I could get it sealed, that would be an ideal situation. It's not like, I mean, they didn't have Treasure Quest cards or anything like that back then, so it's not because of that or anything. I like to be the first one to open the box when it's possible. And so most of the kits that I've bought from D-stash groups have been sealed, which has been pretty cool, because it's basically like I bought the painting and they just kind of stored it for me while I was waiting to find diamond art in general. So yeah, so if anybody sees anybody selling Witch's Flower Shop by Mrs. Butter D from Diamond Art Club, just let me know. Let your girl know. Tag me, or send me a message and I'll go running, especially if it's a sealed version, because that would be ideal. Also, I know this is like the longest of the long shots, but I'm also trying to get the Christmas nutcrackers. Don't laugh at me, okay? I know we're all trying to get the Christmas nutcrackers, and I just am never going to be someone who buys a mystery box. I just, like, as much money as I do spend on diamond painting, I just can't, like, I need to know. I don't like I like the idea of a mystery box for people who have the self-control to, like, enjoy a mystery. But for me, like, if I just don't ever see myself purchasing a box that could have overstocked items in it, because I'm the type of person where I'm trying to dwindle my wish list down so that there is nothing on the website that exists that I want. I've already gotten it all. And now I'm just looking at new releases, and that way I might only buy 1 or 2 kits a month instead of feeling like I'm constantly scared that something I want is going to restock and then having to make a decision between the restock and the new release. And like, I don't want that. Like, again, very personal. Like, if you're different, that's awesome. No judgment to how anyone else does that. But for me, I don't want to have a wish list, because then, again, you're constantly debating with yourself, like, do I just buy this restocked kit now, or do I try to wait and see if I want something to pair it with that comes out on Saturday, but then something comes out on Saturday and then your other kit already sold out, the restock sold out, and then you have to wait again and again. It's like, it goes in a vicious circle, and I'm not a fan of it. So I would rather pick up the restock right when I want it. And again, I'm only 2 kits away from having my entire Diamond Art Club wish list completed. And then from that point on, I'll just, as new releases come out, if I like them, I'll pick them up. If I don't, then that's fine. I won't buy that month. And that's going to be super good, because then I can spend my, the way I budget, and I've mentioned this in my, that video I keep referencing, my first whip and chat of the year, my diamond painting budget is my YouTube money. So the money that I make from my channel is the money that I use to spend on my kits, because that was one of the reasons I wanted to create this channel, was to pay for my hobby. So the money that I'm generating from YouTube is what I'm using as my budget for diamond painting. So anything that I earned in December is my budget for this month. So, eventually, if I'm not constantly worrying about like Diamond Art Club restocks anymore, my budget can go to all of the small shops that I've been dying to buy from. And I've bought from a bunch. I know I have. Like, I've shown you guys that I've bought from a bunch. But I would like to do even more. I would like to do even more with the money that I'm generating, that you guys are giving me by viewing my videos and watching my videos and liking and commenting. Like, everything that you're doing is supporting the channel. And the more that happens, the more funds that I can use to give back to our community, right? Like, again, I didn't make a YouTube channel to like pay my light bill. That's not the point. I love this craft and I love you guys, but I'm hoping that I can use the funds that I'm getting from YouTube to, again, just bring more shops to the surface, because there's so many amazing shops out there. And I want to try them all. And again, if I try them, you don't have to risk trying them. And then if I'm like, I don't know, or whatever, then you can say, okay, do I care about the same things she does? Do I want to get from that shop? Do I want to try it for myself? Like, I just think like it's easier for me to try it and then give you my opinion, and then you can make a more informed purchasing decision for yourself. And then, if something's like crazy, then you don't have to worry about wasting your money. But again, so everyone's different. So like, if you don't feel like you naturally feel like a lot of the same ways that I do, maybe like I'm not the best reviewer for you, but you just watch me for entertainment purposes. And to that, I still say thank you, because you're still supporting me in the channel. But like, everyone's different. But to be honest, I usually, like, most of the things that I review are things that I like. You know what I mean? Like, I'm purchasing from companies that I know are reputable, and I know that other people have had really good experiences with. If somebody like wanted me to review something from a company like that no one's heard of before, or that we like had no idea, I would do it, but like, I would be honest, depending on my like reaction and opinions of whatever I was unboxing. Like, I'm always going to be honest with you guys. But yeah, I just feel like me having this channel, it allows me to kind of take some of that risk for you, so that way you don't have to. And again, I'm able to do that just by you guys watching these videos and engaging with me, and us getting to know each other and having a good time. So I think it's really a win-win. I really think it's a win-win. But anyways, what else was I going to share with you guys? Yeah, I didn't actually. So yeah, part of that, what I was saying with the restocks being crazy this month, I bought a lot of kits this month that were restocks, but I did not buy any of the new releases this weekend. Again, it's Sunday, January 19th. And I did not buy, I was like, I think this is the first Saturday I haven't bought something in like a while. It's been a minute. But yeah, so I did not get any of the new releases this week, but I did pick up some other kits from other shops and from Diamond Art Club to fill out my collection and to try some new shops. I have some really fun unboxings coming up as well, so look forward to that. Yeah, there's a lot of really cool stuff coming, guys. I've been making plans. I've been scheming, and I'm excited. I'm excited for you guys to see what's coming next. So, speaking of what's coming next, this kit, okay, Cozy Cabin, drop dead gorgeous. Absolutely love it. Highly recommend it if you're into large diamond paintings with lots of little images within the diamond painting. It's honestly been so much fun. I've never gotten bored of it. I'm not feeling burnt out. It's amazing. However, I'm delusional because in my mind, I was like, oh yeah, I'll have this done and then I'll pick a kit for January. I was like, girl, you're crazy. I'm literally just getting, so I don't know if you guys can see this, probably not, but this right here, this is the sign that says Diamond Art Club, do what makes you sparkle. That is always at the top center of your kit if you're looking at it in the proper orientation. So I'm doing this kit sideways, so like this is really the center line over here. I am approaching the halfway point of this kit. To be fair, I did a lot of traveling over the winter break. So even though I got 2 weeks off, I barely got to diamond paint because I was just like, I was running around like crazy with family. And again, not complaining, but like I didn't actually have as much time as I really wanted to diamond paint. And so I thought I was going to be way further along on this kit than I am. So it feels like I'm definitely going to get this kit done in January. Again, I say definitely, like I can predict the future. I'm more telling myself like, Ashley, you should get this kit done in January, which now that I'm home and settled and back into like my routine, I think I will, because I'm not a super fast diamond painter, but when I get in the zone, I can move. I can move on a diamond painting. So I think this is going to go a lot faster now that I'm home. And I really do think that in the next 2 weeks I could get this kit probably finished. But that means I have to start thinking about what my February kit is going to be. And one of the options that I was thinking of for January was potentially doing one of the Black Friday or Cyber Monday kits. But since January, it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to start a new large diamond painting this month because I'm finishing up this one. I'm probably going to make that an option for my members to vote on for February. So February, I was originally thinking it would be cute to do like any diamond painting I have in my stash that has like red or pink in it for Valentine's Day. But then there's also like there's Black History Month, there's I could do the color theme, I could still do a Black Friday or Cyber Monday kit. There's more options. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to pull kits. I'm going to pull kits from my stash from all of those themes that are important to me. And then I'll let my members pick out of that kind of subcategory. So it could be about Black History Month. It could be about Valentine's Day, or it could be about Cyber Monday or Black Friday. I think that like that is the picking pool that I'm gonna have my members select from. And so what'll happen is if you're an inner circle member of my channel, which is the highest tier, you will get to narrow that giant list of kits down to 3. And then if you're part of my VIP squad membership group, you and Inner Circle will get to pick the kit out of the 3 that Inner Circle narrowed it down to. So that's going to be really exciting to see how that works out. The voting process worked out really well, and we picked Cozy Cabin, and I'm super pleased. Again, I love every single diamond painting in my stash. There's not one kit that I wouldn't be happy to diamond paint at any time, because I don't buy kits I don't like. So, and I know my taste could change, but like right now I'm in love with everything I have, and I really, there's not a bad kit in the bunch that you could pick for me. So, hopefully, you know, as we get closer towards the end of January, we'll start the voting process for my members on what's going to be next. But I just wanted to give you guys a heads up, because I did mention earlier in the year that I would kind of give you guys that heads up on what I was thinking as far as like themes, in case any of you guys are working on a diamond painting right now and you're getting close to finishing it and you're like, I don't know what I want to do next. Again, the themes that I'm going to be pulling from my stash just as like a starting place for my members to kind of peek at, I'm thinking either a kit that celebrates Black history or blackness, Black women. I have a lot of beautiful people of color in my stash, like honestly like 3 or 4 that I want to kit them up so bad. I'm already thinking of Bouquet from Ivy Dollamore, and then it's called Flower something. It's this girl that has flowers all up in her hair. What's it called? Hold on, I'm looking at my stash spreadsheet to see it, because I want to remember what it's called. Yeah, Bouquet is Ivy Dollamore, and then I should have just searched Holy Grail kits because it's a Holy Grail kit for me. Where are you, girly? Oh, I'm too far. Let me just search Holy Grail kits. That'll be easier. Holy Grail kit, yes. Oh, Flower Crazy by Sandra Winther. That kit is the most beautiful. Holy cow. Like, that kit makes me so happy. And it's very springy. It's got flowers. She's got flowers all on her hair. She's got a big floppy hat. It's beautiful. I'm trying to see if what other ones I have that would fit into that like Black History Month category. Yeah, I have, let's see. I'm just scrolling through. Oh, oops. I was still filtered for Holy Grail. So let me uncheck that. You know what I need to get in my stash? I need to pick up at some point or keep my, because again, I haven't seen any of them particularly that has stricken me. There's a couple that are archived that I really like, but I obviously wasn't diamond pinning yet. Her name is Raw Sushi, I think. I think that's her her name with Diamond Art Club. That's like her artist title. She does some gorgeous kits of women of color. I'm obsessed. Let's see. But yeah, Raw Sushi. Every time that they post new paintings of hers, I'm always like looking at it like, ooh, do I need this one? Do I need this one? Oh, Botanical Witch by Maddie Arts. Gorgeous. Definitely one that I could do for February. Little Witch's Sunrise by Bella Art Diamonds. Definitely could do that one. This is good that I'm talking this out because then I can just go pull these later and it'll make it easier for me. Let's see, what else? I could argue Love One Another. That could be one. That's another Holy Grail kit for me. From Diamond Art Club, Mandy Manzano. I got that off of a D stash. You guys will actually see that kit unboxed soon-ish. What else? I'm just scrolling through. Not that one. Thought there was another one that I had in my mind. Oh, I could do The Snake. That's a newer release. The Snake by Roy Trin from Diamond Art Club. I could do that one. That one's badass. It's the girl with the snake. Looks so good. I hope we see more people of color represented in diamond painting as we continue this year. I hope we see more diversity in diamond painting. That would be really cool. I want to see some Latinas. Where are my Latinas at? I want to see some Latina girls up in here. Or any. It doesn't even have to be girls. It could be anything. I would love to see that. So yeah, those could be for February. And then what else did I say? Oh, all of my Black Friday or Cyber Monday releases, I could do one of those. Or I could do, again, like kits that I have with like reds and pinks in it. And I mean, that list, I have a lot. I would want it to be like prominent, those colors, which might be a little harder just because like I have, obviously like a lot of my kits are colorful, but I don't know that there's too many that are like very red or very pink. Honestly, the ones that I feel like I have in my stash that are the closest to that are like Christmas kits. Like Clara's Christmas is very red and pink, but it's a Christmas kit. It has nothing to do with Valentine's Day. So, Makeup Routine has a lot of pink, purple, pink. That could probably qualify for that. Ooh, Corals by Bear Brick Gia from Diamond Art Club. That's very pink. That's very, very pink. And that one's pretty neutral as far as like, it's not really holiday themed at all. I don't really need it to be themed for a holiday. I don't particularly care, honestly. Oh, I could do Think Pink. That would be a pink kit and a black. That was Black Friday. Oh my gosh, the flamingos. I want to do that. That's another Holy Grail kit. I love that kit so much. It reminds me of Miami. I love it. I mean, Red Riding Hood. Red's in the title. I feel like I could do Red Riding Hood by Sunset Dragon from Diamond Art Club. Oh, there's a couple kits on here that you guys haven't seen yet that I haven't unboxed yet, but they could fit the theme. But we can only pick from what you've seen. My stash count. This is something I should probably share with you. My stash count does include kits that I have received to my door, but there are lots of unboxings coming that you guys haven't seen yet, and you will see all of the kits in my stash, but the videos just haven't been made yet. they're stacked up. I have stacks in my other bedroom of like all of the videos I want to film with all the kits I want to film them. But like, you haven't seen them yet, but they're already in my stash count. So it's like, sometimes you guys will hear a number and you'll be like, whoa, like I haven't even seen that many kits. It's like, I know. Retro Stitch, that's very pink. He's blue, but there's pink in there. That's another one that you guys haven't seen yet that I could do. Oh, there's so many. There's so many. Yeah, I've been getting a lot of mail-in lately from a lot of the small shops that I bought from on Black Friday. That's why I told you guys from the beginning that by the way, I am going to do a stash video. I heard it loud and clear. Don't you worry. I'm actually thinking about doing it for my birthday in March, which I think would be really fun. So we would do like a part 1 and a part 2. So I would do part 1 on March 28th, and that would be all of my small shop kits shown off. And then on my actual birthday, which is March 29th, it would be my big Diamond Art Club stash video. So that way people could choose to watch both, one or the other, you know, to each his own. I don't want to pressure anyone into doing anything they don't want to do or seeing anything they don't want to see, but that would make the option available if people only cared about small shops, or if people only cared about Diamond Art Club, or neither, or both, whatever you feel. It's whatever you want. But yeah, so I think because I still have to this day at least 2 companies where I've ordered from the week of Black Friday and they have not arrived yet. But I knew that was going to happen. Like, they even said when we bought them that the shipping time was going to be a lot longer, especially because so many people bought from them during that time period, which again, so happy for the small shops that they have that problem. But I don't really want to do a stash video when I still have stuff that's not here yet from 2024. So that's why I planned it for the end of March, because by then I would be shocked if I didn't have kits that I ordered in November. 4 months is obnoxious. Like that's too long, right? Like then we have a problem. I don't mind like when people say it could be like, you know, up to like 6 to 7 or 8 weeks. Like, okay, I get it. Like it has to come from the manufacturer and all that stuff. But like 4 months, that's a little wild. And yeah, so by the end of March, I should have every kit that I got in 2024. And I'll show you kits that I've gotten in 25 as well that have arrived. I just want to make sure that like I give all of the small shops plenty of time to continue to send stuff to me so that they can be included in that stash video. Because I'm only going to be showing stuff in my stash that you guys have seen me unbox, because obviously I want to save that like fun surprise for the unboxings of what kits you guys are going to see. But yeah, by the end of March, I should be in a much lower buying like cycle, and I'll have most of if not all of the kits that I ordered from 2024. So that's what I'm looking forward to. So you guys definitely will be getting a stash video, but it's going to be in March, so that way, like I said, all that stuff can come in. But yeah, the stash is huge. I spent some time, what day was it? Friday? Yeah, I think it was Friday. I woke up early because Eric had to go to work, and I had that day off on Friday. So this is actually a 4-day weekend for me because we have MLK tomorrow. Martin Luther King Day is tomorrow. And so I had off the Friday. So this was a 4-day. This is day 3 of 4 for me, which is very exciting. But on Friday, when I woke up with him, I wanted to be like productive. So I went into our guest bedroom where my entire stash is currently hiding. And I like reorganized the entire room. It looks so much better now. When I do my stash video, I will definitely show you how I store my stash and what it all looks like. So you guys will 100% see that room. But I'm going to keep it in the state that it's in right now. Like now that I've organized it, I'm not going to let it get untamed again. So you guys, in a future video, you guys will see me kind of highlight how I store my diamond paintings and where they are and what it all looks like, and we'll go through that together. But that was a fun little update that I got to kind of clean my act together I got to do some spring cleaning for 2025. By the way, this is the new Diamond Art Club straight edge, and it's super good. It's the new like straightener, and I love it because it's like a really heavy duty metal. And it does not bend at all. It does not bend the knee to the square drills. It just pushes them around and tells them who's boss. And I love that. Okay. Is this? No, that has plastic on it. Sometimes I look at this and I'm like, does that have plastic on it, or am I crazy? It's like, no, Ashley, you're crazy, and that has plastic on it. Okay, so what else did I want to tell you guys? Oh, another cool video that will be coming soon-ish. I haven't decided like when I have to make it still, but I have finally figured out how I want to do long-term storage for finished diamond paintings, at least for right now. Obviously, at any point in time, I could change how I want to do things and whatever. So again, never say never, never say always. But for the foreseeable future, I think I have found a system that I really, really like. And I'm going to do a whole video on it. So that way I can link to you guys all the products that I'm using and show you what's going on and really do like an in-depth dive on long-term storage for diamond paintings and WIPs and things like that. Because this system, this is what's really cool too. This system could not only hold my finished diamond paintings in a really nice way, but it can also, if I ever do want to kit up more than one large project in the future, I can do that now. I can kit up as many kits as I want, or as many kits as I have storage for. Like obviously, if I don't have the container to hold the drills, I can't do it. But I do have a method now where all of my WIPs and my finished diamond paintings can be stored in the same place, safely and very nicely displayed and easily accessible for me in my home, in my setup. And it's incredible. And I can't wait to share that with you guys. So that video is hopefully going to be coming sooner than later. It's just about getting the logistics together and setting everything up so that it's like a comprehensive video, because I'm sure you guys are going to have lots of questions about it. And I want to make sure that I can like think about it and anticipate those questions and try to answer as many things ahead of time as possible. And get links for you guys to everything that I have, because I've just been like doing a lot of trial and error, and I think I finally got the perfect recipe for what I'm looking for. But that's really exciting. So again, I completely reorganized my stash room, and I've tweaked and finalized how I plan to store finished diamond paintings for the foreseeable future, and you guys will see all of that in upcoming videos. Something that I am working on alongside Cozy Cabin with is my minis. So, or like my snack size kit. So whenever I have like one big project on the table, as of right now, because prior to me figuring out long-term storage and WIP storage, I didn't really have a way that I felt comfortable kitting up multiple large projects or storing large projects, or like, this is a 6 foot, not even, I think is this a 6 or a 4 foot? I think this might be a 4 foot. This is like a 4 foot folding table, and I have my light pad and then my diamond painting and my everything is on this table, and I just move this table around my room depending on what I'm doing around my office. And so like there's just not a whole lot of space going on here, but hold on, I squirrel brained and I just want to make sure I'm but yeah, so right now, sorry, I was like, wait, what was I trying to say with that? So I obviously up to this point have not been able to kit up more than one large project. However, I always have a mini kit going, or a snack size kit going. And so the snack size kits that I'm working on right now is 4 kits from Fallon Gems. I have 2 that are luxury and standard square, and 2 that are luxury standard round. So the square kit is the rose, and the round kit is the pink elephant. Oh, I can show you. It's actually right here. Hold on, let me show you. Oh, goodness. I forgot I put this drills on top of it. That fell earlier. Oh, okay. So this is a sneak peek. I'm doing a completely full video on this kit separate. So don't worry. This is not like the big reveal or anything, but I'll just show you how far I've gotten. So this is the pink elephant. I've already done both rose kits, but this is how the pink elephant is turning out. This is the luxury version of Fallon Gems' kits. So hopefully you guys can see that pretty well. The process is going really well. These drills are placing extremely straight. Do you see? I don't know. I feel like I'm placing, sorry, the glare. I feel like my placement with these drills, good grief. Okay, there we go. I feel like I've never placed straighter in my life. Like, look how straight that is. And that's not because I'm awesome, because I'm really not. These drills just fit so perfectly together. But like, I don't know. This is the luxury canvas, but I feel like these are acrylic drills. And I think on their website, they say that the luxury canvas gets resin. I'm going to have to go back and check my sources, but like, it's interesting. I'm really excited for you guys to see my comparison video on this, because it's interesting. I'm finding a lot of things interesting. That's all I'm going to say. I don't want to spoil the video for you, but yeah. So I've already finished both roses, standard and luxury square. This is the luxury round pink elephant. And then once I finish this one, which to be honest, I might finish that today after this whip and chat, I will then do the final kit, which will be the standard pink elephant in rounds. And then I will wrap up my Fallon Gems video, and then I'll post it and you guys can watch it and tell me what you guys think. Have you guys ever bought from Fallon Gems before? Do you like their canvas quality? Do you care about luxury versus standard canvas, or do you just get whatever you get? I'm very interested. I'm interested to hear from you guys about it, because like the difference in price for a standard canvas mini versus a luxury canvas mini is $15, which is kind of a lot, because if you get if the standard is good, right? The standard canvas costs $20. You could almost get 2 standard kits for the price of 1 luxury. So if it's almost double in price, you really do want to see a lot of upgrades, and you want it to feel like an upgraded experience. But I won't lie to you, just from my perspective of doing the square comparison so far, again, I've completed both of the rose kits. The standard kit is really good. And again, like I'm not saying like don't like yes or no to shopping at Fallon Gems. I'm automatically saying like yes, shop at Fallon Gems. I've had a really good experience with both standard and luxury. But if you're gonna pick between the two, so far I'm leaning towards standard, which is wild because I'm a luxury girly, but the standard kit actually is like good. And yeah, I don't want to keep talking about it because I don't want to spoil the entire video, but like it's interesting. I'm interested in the things I'm learning. Anyway, so I'm working on that as a side project right now. So I've already finished 2 kits for January. I finished the first rose and the second rose. I have the 2 pink elephants, so that'll be a 4th and a fifth finish is what I was trying to say. And then hopefully I get this done in January. So that means I could start out the first month of 2025 with 5 finishes. That's so crazy. I literally ended 2024 with 8 finishes, which I was super impressed with because I only started diamond painting in like August. So the fact that like I could have 5 and I only had 8 last year, and it's the first month, I'm feeling on top of the world. I'm feeling like a queen over here. I'm sky high, because that's what I felt like that would have been the case, but I didn't want to assume, because again, please revert back to my comment about the fact that I'm delusional and I thought that I could finish this kit in like a month. Delusional. But again, I'm having a great time and I'm not feeling burnt out on it at all. It's just that like I need to be mentally more realistic about how fast things are going to go, especially when it's like holiday season and I'm traveling and all that. Like I think I'm going to get more kits done out of season, just because of like the timing of it all. But then again, a lot of my stash, let me not exaggerate. A good amount of my stash are snack size kits. Like here, I can even tell you, I can use my little spreadsheet. I've got it open right here. Let me just filter to snack. And for me, a snack size kit is anything under 30 centimeters. In my stash right now, which again, the last stash count that you guys got was like 147, I think. 24 of those are snacks. And then let me just go to small. Small is anything under, it's like, let me go to my thing. Small is 30 centimeters to 50 centimeters. I have 12 smalls. So like, yes, my stash is huge. And again, it is. I'm not making any excuses or apologizing for it. I have a big stash and I'm proud of it. But the fact that I have like almost 30 to 35 small to snack size kits in my stash, and I finished 4 snack size kits in this month, like that's really good. That means like I'm going to be getting through my kits that I have. Like I'm going to be like getting through the ones that I want to get to. Cause I was worried. I was like, I don't know. Am I just going to have this big stash forever? Am I never going to get through it? Am I going to die and they're going to have to bury me with my diamond paintings? Like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, I don't know. But no, it felt really good to start off the year with a couple wins really early on. And I would recommend that to anybody else. Like, if you feel like you're looking at your stash and you're just like horrified, which again, I am not, but I'm saying some people don't think it feels like excess. And to that I say, break out some of your small to snack size kits to start the year, because if you can start the year getting a couple finishes under your belt in the first month, it just makes you feel so good about just like progress and like you're getting stuff done. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it just feels really good to start your year having a couple early easy wins. So, you know, there's still time. I would say, you know, if you feel like you still have a lot of WIPs that you're working on that are still from 2024 and you're like, man, I really just want to start on something new, but I just can't do it because I have so many things in progress and it doesn't feel right. And like, you know, you're doing all that conversation with yourself, which again, I get it. Kit up a couple minis or a couple snacks and go to town, and you'll be so happy with yourself that you did that, because again, you're going to get that sense of accomplishment and you're going to be able to mark a couple kits like completed for 2025. And some people don't really care about that. Like some people are really good and they're like, I don't care how many I finish. I could have 15 WIPs going at the same time. And if they take me the whole year, I don't even care. And to that I say, like, fabulous, wonderful. Love that for you. Carry on. But like for other people who like do want to see like finishes like on the regular because it makes them feel good, get some snack size kits out and work on those. And I think you're going to be much happier for it because it'll get you just some easy wins right in the beginning of the year. So yeah, that is really exciting as well. So those 4 Fallon Gems kits are definitely going to be finished by the end of January. And then my next like kit that I'll be working on alongside my main WIP will be Rudy Baby by Distracted by Diamonds. That kit I actually got gifted to me from Distracted by Diamonds from Robin. She's a sweetheart, love her to death. Robin sent me over that kit to do a first look for you guys a couple weeks, almost a month ago, I think at this point. Cause I put that up before Christmas, but yeah, I'll put the video in the description box if you want to see the kit that I'm talking about. It's really cute. It's a little Rudolph reindeer and it's got like it's got snow everywhere and it's like this cute little baby Rudolph. But yeah, that is going to be, that's a 45 by 45 or a 50 by 50. It's labeled differently. So I'm going to call it a 45 by 45. That is going to be my next kit that I kind of do on the weekends when I'm with my friends and stuff. And then I'll still have my main WIPs going. But we'll see if I feel the urge to kit up more than one thing. I have a way to do it now. Again, I have to have the storage for it. And what I want to be extremely cautious about is I don't want to just get more storage and have like so much space to kit stuff up that like I just have like 100 things kitted up and I never finish it. I never finish anything because I am somebody who does like to see finishes and that makes me feel good about like what I'm doing. But I currently have, as far as like storage containers, I have these 2 Diamond Art Club storage units. I have those extra ones. Where is it? Right there. I have the extra small containers for these systems, but that I wouldn't kit something up just in that. It needs to go in the box. Like that's just spare for me to pull from if I need it for a kit that has like a lot of colors. So I have these 2. I have 2 of these as well of Elizabeth Ward. I got those for Christmas from my mom. So I have a full Elizabeth Ward system that's usable. It's empty right now because I don't have anything kitted up in it, but I could if I wanted to, so I could do that. And then I have my bottle system, which I'm so obsessed with my bottle case. I'm telling you guys, like, I like all my other storage systems too, but like using the serial number system and just doing it that way, like, man, it's fun. I like it. I really do like it. And I don't know, it just works for my brain. I learned about that system from Anthony from Single and Placing. And I was like, man, that must be so annoying to always have to go back and look at the legend to figure out what like symbol that is or whatever. It takes 2 seconds. It takes 2 seconds. And then also like most companies, not all companies, but most companies, if they have like numbers as symbols, the number is the number. Like 1 is also the number 1 on the canvas. Not every company, but some. Most, I would say, actually. So, you know, it's kind of cool that, you know, they're like, you get it, it works. You have to have the right type of brain for it. I don't think it would work for everybody, but I really love my bottle system with my numbers on it. And I always use that for companies that don't give you a sticker sheet with individually cut stickers, because I just don't want to deal with creating my own stickers. That just feels like more of a waste of time for me. So I use it in that situation. Or if I have like because it's in the bottle case and it's in like one of those cases, if I'll use it for like a kit that I'm traveling with. So I'm like going to a friend's house, or I'm going to go on a plane, or I'm going to go in the car. I like the bottle cases because it's a lot easier to pick up and go with. And it fits into my little travel craft bag that my mom also got me for Christmas. And then the last kind of kit up storage system that I have is my AliExpress mini Elizabeth Ward kind of like knockoff system. It's basically like little, here, I have it right here. Right now, I've already kitted up Rudy Baby. I haven't put drills down on it yet, but this is Rudy Baby. I'm annoyed because this one didn't fit in the thing, but I have two of these. I have two of these containers, and I kitted up Rudy Baby in this for the first time. So this will be the first time I'm using Elizabeth Ward containers and this small cute thing. This is from AliExpress. Katie from Diamonds and Washi put me on it, and it wasn't that expensive. It was $30 for two of those, and I'm obsessed. So I'm hesitant to get more storage because I think what I have is appropriate. But I feel like now that I'm feeling better about how my long-term storage looks for WIPs and finished diamond paintings, I don't know, maybe I'll get crazy and I'll kit up a second large project and have it like rotated with the one I'm working on. I don't know. I have to think about it. I'll have to talk to my membership folks and see what they think, because I want them to have a lot of input, since they're currently the ones that vote on what kits I work on. So for example, this is just a theory. Like in theory, if let's say I did decide to kit up two big kits, and so that way I could go back and forth and like keep it fresh, keep it real, whatever. I could, in theory, kit up something for, that way I give myself more time to finish stuff, like, because I like to do big diamond paintings, but obviously they take a little bit longer. So what I could do is, like, let's say I finish Cozy Cabin, and then we're moving into February. February is a short month, right? It's a short month. So I could say, okay, this is my theme for February, this is my theme for March. Let's pick two and I'll kit up both. And then that way I can go back and forth. You guys can see them going back and forth. It'll be fun. Let me know in the comments if you have opinions on that or if you hate that. I know a lot of people WIP on multiple things. And I know in WIP and chats, it's not like you're staring at me the whole time. So you probably don't really care what exactly I'm working on. But I think it brings variety. And I just feel like I'll have options working on multiple projects. I don't know, I just like the idea. Again, the only reason I'm not a poly whipper currently is because I didn't have the space to store a kit in progress. Like, I didn't have a safe place to hang or wrap up or store a WIP with like cover papers on it, or the plastic, and some drills are down and some drills are not down. Like, I didn't feel good about doing that because this office is very small and I share it with Eric. And I also work from this office. Like, when I work from home, which is like 2 out of the 4 days a week that I work, I'm in here all the time. So I don't want it to feel like over cluttered and like annoying. So I didn't really want to have more than one WIP going at a time because of that. But with my new system, it's in a different room. It's out of my face. It's not going to take up extra space in this office. And I really like it. And it actually will allow me to lay it out, like, it'll be flat. It won't be rolled up, which I was also worried about, because I was like, well, if I roll it, what if drills pop off, and then blah, blah, blah. Like, I talked myself out of it very early on, but I think I figured out a way. And again, I'm sorry I'm teasing you with this again, but I think I found a way where I can possibly do 2 bigger projects at once, back and forth if I want to, and just have it ready to go, waiting for me whenever I want to pick it up. So yeah, that is that. But let me know in the comments if you kind of prefer one WIP at a time, if you think working on multiple is fine. I don't know. I'll also talk when I have my next live with my inner circle members. We'll definitely talk about it too. if you're not a member of the channel, feel free to click the join button below this video just to read about what the different perks are for the different memberships. You definitely do not have to do it. You watching this video is perfect enough. But if you were like, I want to know what she's talking about and I want to vote on kits and I want to have a say in what happens on the channel, join us. Join us. Inner Circle members get to do everything. Like, they get obviously like the highest level of access, and then it's VIP squad, and then it's DIY darling. So feel free to check it out. Again, no pressure, but if you're into it and you want more content from me and you want to be more involved in like the behind the scenes stuff and the picking process and the organization of everything, like, come on down. We have so much fun in our lives every month. So please feel free to join us if you're into that sort of thing. If not, no worries, friend. No worries whatsoever. Okay, I am looking for the check mark symbol. Where could the check mark symbol? Oh, I found it. Okay. I'm excited. I'm about to finish this section. I can't believe I actually finished a section on a live whip, or not live, but you know, on a whip and chat. Because normally I like get partially done and I'm like, I've done nothing because I've been talking the whole time. It's like, well, this time I literally did both, like I'm supposed to. Which is great. And with that is that section. Okay, so I have more to talk to you about because I clearly can't shut up, but I am going to open up the next section. I just want to make sure I got everything done in diamond painting land. Oh, thank you so much, by the way, for being so nice to Eric. He was like smiling when I was reading him all the comments and all the hellos that you guys were sending to him. He was very thankful to meet you guys and you guys got to get to know him, and that was really awesome. And he was just like, yeah, like if they want me to build, if they want to do like a Lego live, I would do that with you. And I was like, okay, yeah. Like, I love that he is so into it, because like I know like some guys are just really not into like the crafting thing, and they're not into the hobbies and like, you know, the obsessions and all this stuff. But like him and I, like, we just work so well together, and like we have a lot of shared interests, but we also have interests that are different. And so when I picked up diamond painting and it kind of consumed me and became my whole world, I was scared that like him and I wouldn't be able to connect on hobbies as much anymore. But that has not been the case. He's been so supportive. He like wants to learn about it. He's always like, you know, engaging with my videos and stuff and liking my Instagram posts. He's so supportive. And like the fact that like now he's like, oh yeah, I'll hop on a live with you. I'm like, okay, like I'd rather film with you than without you. So that's awesome. He's actually building Lego downstairs right now. If you're like, where is he? He's literally downstairs building a Lego. But I will let him come upstairs soon when we finish. We've only got a couple more topics to cover, but yeah, he was just really touched. So thank you guys for being so nice to him, because that made me feel good too, that you guys were happy to meet him and were very nice and accepting of him, because he was nervous, but you guys made him feel very comfortable by all your sweet comments. I'm just pushing the edges together. I always do this when I finish a section. I just like to go around the section and just kind of like give it a nice clean edge. Again, I'm not a perfectionist when it comes to this, and my light pad is on, so I know that that makes it look not perfect. But when I turn the light pad off, it's going to look really good. But I just like to start my next section with a clean line where none of the new symbols are covered up in any way, because I don't want that to throw the grid off. So I'm just creating a straight line. I'm not necessarily like getting super nitty gritty with it. And I just want to make sure everything lines up nicely. So it looks pretty good. Okay, so the last set of topics I wanted to chat about is just like life updates and stuff. Because again, I know like there's time that goes by that we don't get to do a full sit down. So I wanted to talk about some things. So this morning I went to the gym begrudgingly, very begrudgingly. I was like so cozy in the bed this morning. Oh, my tweezer's stuck to my Diet Coke. Hold on, let me scoot this over. Oh, I forgot. Everybody take a drink of your drink or your water. That was a good water break. Okay. So, what was I saying? Oh yeah, this morning. So, it's been actually pretty cold in Florida recently. Like we've been, like obviously up north, it's like freezing. Like it's like snow hurricanes and storms and snow and whatever. So like, I'm so sorry if you live in one of the northern states, or if you live somewhere where it's dreadfully cold all the time, because I like the cold, but like there is a level of cold that is miserable. And I'm so sorry if any of you are experiencing that right now, but like Florida's kind of benefiting from it because it's been so It's been like so nice here. It has been cool and windy and a little cloudy, and today it rained. So today was the first time in a while. I'm gonna put my release paper down because I don't want to put my arm on this side on accident. Okay, there we go. So it rained today, and I was like, oh my gosh, it was like the perfect cuddle weather. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna pause for a second and show you a video of Winnie looking out the window to the rain. I'll be right back. Was that not the cutest thing you've ever seen? Winnie is so adorable, but like this morning I was laying in bed and she was like pawing at the windowsill, and she never wants to get up there because we always have those shades closed. And so I yanked on the thing to pull it up. She hopped right on the windowsill. She was just like looking outside at the rain, and then the rain got harder and she was like, what is that? And she was so cute. She was so cute this morning. And then Eric was like, okay, it's time to get up and go to the gym. And I was like, no. I like threw a fit. I threw a tantrum like a child. I was like, but babe, I don't want to go. Like, why can't we just cuddle in bed? Whatever. He's like, we've got goals, woman. And I'm like, I don't care. And I got up and I went to the gym because we do have goals and it's fine. I needed to go because I skipped on Thursday. Was it Thursday? I skipped. I try to go. My perfect week is 4 days a week, but sometimes it's only 3 if we have something going on the weekends. I try to go Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. That's what I try to do. And I try to do 2 cardio days, a leg day, and an arm day. But we didn't end up going on Thursday because something, I forgot why. And he was like, okay, but then we're gonna go on Sunday. And like I was like, okay, yeah, in the moment you're like, sure, whatever, I don't have to go today, so who cares. And then Sunday rolled around and it was raining and it was cold outside and Winnie was being cute and Kovu was snuggling with me, and I was like, you really want to get out of this bed right now? You really want to get out of this bed right now into the cold world and put on clothing and go sweat with other people on a Sunday? And he was like, get out of the bed. And I was like, all right. So we got up, but it was nice. It was nice to wake up to like a cozy, cuddly Sunday. And it's so great because we do have tomorrow off for Martin Luther King Jr. Day, that like, it's fine. Like I can be a monster tonight and stay up and like whatever. And then I get to sleep in tomorrow and I don't go to the gym on Monday. So like, it's good. Like, I'm glad I went today because if I didn't go today, he would have made me go tomorrow, and that would have made me miserable because I do work on Tuesday, and the cycle goes on and on, as you know. I don't like to go to the gym on days where I have to go to the office. I try to go to the office on Mondays and Tuesdays, and then I work from home the other 2 days of the week, and I usually take off either Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. Usually it's Wednesday or Thursday. Sometimes it's Friday. It's actually going to be Friday this week. It was Friday last week, and it's Friday this week too, which is kind of awkward because that girl that quit, her last day is Friday, and I won't even be working that day. Sorry about it. I don't know what to say. I wasn't planning for her to leave, but it's okay. I have a final like connection meeting with her on Thursday just to do like a final one-on-one, a wrap up, let's hug it out, no hard feelings, have a good life type of thing. But Friday I'll be off, so It is what it is. But yeah, so the gym this morning was good. I always feel so good when I come home from the gym. Like, I hate, the worst part for me, the part that like will literally make me not go to the gym, is putting on the clothes. I don't know what it is about me, but like putting on the clothes is so much it's like mentally taxing for me. I hate like putting on the bra, putting on the shorts and the sneakers and I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I love my house. I love vegging in my house, but it's good. It's good to go. They have better equipment than I would ever have in my house. Like, it's not like, I know some people might be like, well, then just work out at home. Oh, no, no, no. I need to get out of my house to work out because that holds me accountable. If I was like, oh, I'm just going to work out at home, I would lie. I would lie to myself. Oh, I'm going to do it later. Oh, I'm going to do it later. Oh, but I couldn't do it because this came up or this came up. Like, I would just make every excuse in the book. And yeah, so forcing myself to put the clothes on, and the fact that I'm doing it with Eric helps so much. Like, if you struggle to work out and that's something that you want to do, I know that's not a goal for everybody, but if it's a goal for you, find a friend, get your partner, or if you don't have a partner, get a buddy or your mom or anyone who's willing to go, or anyone that has that shared goal. Maybe you find a friend at the gym, or maybe you take a fitness class and make friends, and then you keep each other accountable and you go together. Like, having someone there with me and doing it with somebody, game changer, complete game changer. But yeah, so that was good this morning. We were there for like an hour and a half or so. And I always end my workout routines, unless it's a cardio day. If it's a cardio day, I just do cardio the whole time. But if I do arms or legs, I end my workout with a 20-minute bike session. And usually I do about 3 miles in 20 minutes. And I usually get to just like respond to comments, watch YouTube videos. Like, it's like a nice way to wind down. So even though I worked out, I could bike forever. Like, I could sit on those bikes for days. I would have like jacked legs, honestly, because I could just be left on those bikes forever. And it's one of those bikes where you're sitting down like this. You're not up on that pedestal where the little bike seat is like hurting your you-know-what. It's like a real chair, so it's actually comfortable to sit in. Sometimes your butt definitely goes numb if you sit in a one position for too long, but if you're biking for a long time, you could always stand up and do breaks and walk around and like maybe like do something else and then come back to it. But there's only 3 bikes that are the good ones where you sit like this. Well, you kind of lean back. You're more like this, and then you're pedaling. But like, there's only 3 of those in the gym, so people like fight over them. Like, it's like sharks. Like, you'll be on it, you'll be going, and then you'll see someone walk past you, and you're like, I'm still using this. Like, please do not come steal my bike. Like, you'll go, if you have to like go to the bathroom or go blow your nose or go get something, if you have to get off your bike, you have to like leave all of your personal affects all over it. Like, I like throw my water bottle on the chair, like, because people will literally move your stuff. People are not messing around with those bikes because they're the most comfortable. Like, I wish they would put more of them in there, but obviously there's only so much space in the cardio area. But I love those bikes. I actually looked at what it would cost to get those bikes, like get a bike like that to come to my house. No, never. It's like $5,000. No, thank you. I'll keep going to the gym. So yeah, I just thought that was funny. I was like, I wonder how much this would cost if I just bought this equipment. $5,000 for like the gym level one, right? Like, I'm not talking like, there's definitely cheaper options to get an in-house bike or like a Peloton. Even those are expensive though. But like, I'm not into that. I'll go to the gym for $30 a month. And that pays for Eric and I. So really it's like $15 for each of us. I'm like, that is worth it. And we go every week. So like we definitely, we use the services to their maximum capacity. So I feel good about it. Also paying for something keeps me motivated because I'm like, I hate wasting money. So like the fact that we pay for it, I'm like, okay, yeah, we're going to go because I don't want it to be a waste of my money and time and whatever. So yeah, that was the gym this morning. I've been pretty consistent. Again, I'm getting back into my routine now that the holidays are over. It's been getting easier to kind of get back into the rhythm. Work has been so crazy though. So I've come home very tired on the days that I'm working. Like, I come home very tired, like sometimes I don't even want to diamond paint because I'm so tired, which I don't love. Like, I want diamond painting to always be like the thing I want to do, but when work is so stressful. But I think it's going to get a lot better now. I think that now that all of this like drama is behind us, I think we're going to start the year off the right way in a really good spot. So I'm actually very excited for like what's coming next with that. But for now, you know, I'm just doing what I can when I can, but I'm striving for 3 to 4 days a week, and I've been pretty consistent with that so far since we've gotten back from all the vacations and stuff, which is good. Oh, excuse me. Last night was Saturday, and I went over to my friend's house. Saturday is always my friend's day, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like, I always spend Saturday with my friends unless something crazy is going on and I need to be somewhere else. Like, if it's like a wedding or something, like Saturday nights specifically are for my friends. And so we got together, last night, and we played this really fun game. It was like a mystery. It was like a murder mystery game, but it's like you open evidence bags and there are pictures and like a magnifying glass and you have to look for stuff, and it's like you're solving a crime, but it's like a box, and like every time you like there's like stages to unraveling the mystery. And so if you get to this part, like the first part will be like you have to confirm, like, what 2 pieces of evidence do you have that confirms that this was sabotage? And then you have to, like, put in your phone, you have to go to the special website and put in your phone, like, what you think were the 2 pieces of evidence that proves that, like, there was a sabotage. And it's like, congratulations, you've unlocked the next level. And then you get to open another evidence case box or whatever. And then you look through all of those materials. And then the next thing is going to be like, okay, how can you prove that, like, the person dying wasn't an accident? And then like you go. And it's like cool. Like there was like 3 stages to it, and every stage you get like closer and closer and more clues as to who you think did the like committed the crime. And then at the end it's like there's like it's like really cool. On my friend's phone it like showed like a fake news story of like the person getting arrested, and like it was really fun. So we did that yesterday, which was great. And for dinner, my friend Tyler has been really into Korean food lately because one of our best friends is Korean, and he cooked Korean for us, like home cooked Korean. And so now Tyler's trying to learn like more Korean dishes because it was delicious. But there's this restaurant that opened up near us that had like, the best way I could describe it was like Korean chicken nuggets. I don't even know. I think it's like chicken thighs, but like in the form of a chicken nugget. They were delicious. Okay. They were like salt and pepper chicken nuggets. They were so good. So we ordered a crap ton of those from the restaurant, and then Tyler made all the sides, because with Korean food, it's a lot about the sides. Like there's a ton of sides with Korean food. So he made all the sides, and we ordered the chicken, and we ate like pigs. And then I made brownies for dessert because I like to bake. So I was like, get a box of brownie mix while you're out, and I'll bake brownies for everybody. So that's what I did. But yeah, we played the game, we ate good food, and then we were like, do we want to bev tonight? And what that means, I don't know if that's like a common thing to say or whatever, but like beving is drinking, like again, casual drinking. Like we were watching the kids were upstairs sleeping. Like, you know, we weren't trying to like get hammered or anything, but like we were like, oh, do we want to bev tonight? And we were like, sure, whatever. And I told Eric, I was like, I don't want to go to the liquor store or anything. We have so much crap in our fridge from like all of the holiday parties. Let's just bring all of the extra like holiday party stuff that we haven't had, and let's just get them to drink all of that, because that will be good. He's like, great idea. So we brought over like some cans of like Angry Orchard and like ciders and stuff. But then Eric was digging in the freezer, and he found an older bottle of whipped cream vodka. Holy cow, that stuff is so good. Again, if you're not into alcohol, I get it. Like, don't worry. But like, it basically, vodka has a very strong taste, and the whipped cream vodka does not give off that strong taste, in my opinion. Again, I know everyone's different, but it makes it taste really good. And so we had these mini soda cans left over from Thanksgiving that were orange Fanta. And so we made like basically orange creamsicles. It was a one whole mini orange Fanta with a shot of whipped cream vodka in it and mixed. It was like a mixed drink. Man, those tasted so good. I only had one with dinner, but my friend Cynthia had a couple extra because she was having a hard mommy day. So we let her have what she needed, and it was okay. Don't try to solve crimes while drinking. That's all I have to say, because we were like, who was in the room and what happened and where was he and when. It was so, we were just like, it was so funny. I love hanging out with my friends on Saturdays. Like, it's just a lot of fun. And like, I diamond painted while we were hanging out. Like, so the elephant that I was showing you, I did all of that progress while we were playing the game. So, because like, it's like a talking game. It's not like a board game where you have to like be present and like be on top of it. It's like everyone's passing around paperwork and looking at pictures and like theorizing together. So I was like totally invested, and I was actually paying attention more because I was diamond painting, because again, I listen better when I have something to do with my hands. So I think when I first brought out my kit, they were looking at me like, are you not going to play? And I was like, no, I'm going to play. I just, again, I need to, when I'm not being asked a question or like reading something, I need to be doing this. And they were like, okay. And it worked out. Like, I was able to totally participate in the game, but also diamond paint, which was really fun. I always bring a diamond painting to their house because we don't always play a board game or like a game. Usually we're playing D&D, which I can 100% diamond paint while we're playing D&D because it's not always like my turn to do something. Or if we're just hanging out and just watching like trash TV, I'm diamond painting while we're watching trash TV, which is my favorite pastime. So yeah, so it was really good to go over there and hang out. And that's why I like to bring smaller kits to my friend's house, because I don't want to like, have my whole, I can't bring my whole setup. I mean, I could, but I'm not going to bring my whole setup to my friend's house. So to have a little mini kit and just bring my light pad. I still am in the market for a smaller light pad. I have one listed in my Amazon shop, and I'm probably going to buy it for myself. I think it's an A5. It's an A4 or an A5 light pad, but it comes with a little like carrying case, which I like because I like that like all the cords and everything can be wrapped up in it together. Like, I don't have to store all that separately. So it just comes in like a little cute case, and it's easy to travel with. And I was looking for a smaller one anyway, because when we go to Alaska at the end of the year, I'm definitely going to be bringing a mini light pad. I don't want to bring my big one because I don't want it to break in transportation. I can speak. Anyway, so yeah, Saturday night was a ton of fun. I don't think we left there until like 1 something. We went to bed at 3 a.m. last night. And that was also part of why going to the gym this morning, I was kicking and screaming like a brat, because I was like, oh, I don't wanna. But I did what I had to do. I honestly don't feel like I don't think I need too much sleep to function. I think 5 solid hours of sleep, I can run. I can do good on that. But if I get less than that, I'm not so good. So I was able to get at least that before we woke up and went to the gym and stuff. So I feel like great right now. Actually, what time is it? Oh, it's 5:30. Okay. I have a couple more things I want to share with you, but I do have to leave relatively soon, because tonight we are celebrating Michaela Renee's hitting 4,000 subscribers on YouTube. And so I'm going to go live tonight on Michaela's channel with Michaela, Renee, and Courtney from Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend. Michaela asked both of us if we wanted to join her on her live, and I was like, absolutely, I want to celebrate your huge accomplishment. So it will be in the past by the time you see this, but if you weren't able to catch the live and you want to watch the replay, check my playlist tab and I have it linked there. You can watch the replay of the live with Michaela and Courtney and I. That should be super, super fun. So feel free to check that out if you want to catch the replay. The live happened on Michaela's channel because obviously it was her, celebration, but I put it in my playlist so you guys could see it if you wanted to. So yeah, I have that at 8 o'clock Eastern tonight, and it's 5:30 right now, and I still have to eat dinner. So we'll wrap it up soon. These videos are always so long. It's just because I miss you guys and I want to talk to you, and we have so much to talk about all the time. Okay, let's see, rapid fire. Let's pay attention here. We talked about Saturday. Oh, so after we finished, we actually beat the game pretty fast. It took us like an hour, but I thought it was going to take us much longer than an hour because we were like drinking and being stupid, but it only took us about an hour. So we played the game, and then I don't remember how we got on the subject, but we were like talking about like how like we looked in high school and like laughing about it. And then that's probably why we didn't go to bed till we didn't go home until way late, because we spent so much time just like laughing, looking at old high school photos, because none of us knew each other in high school. So we've seen like photos on Facebook before, like here and there, but nothing like for real. So we were just showing each other a bunch of funny pictures, and we were just cackling. It was just so much fun because we're all different ages, like Sam and Kelly are the youngest. They're still in their 20s. Eric and I are in the middle. We're in our early 30s. And then Tyler and Cynthia are in their late 30s. So it's like all the different age ranges are like represented. So it was like funny because like we like Cynthia and I would be talking about MySpace, and then Sam and Kelly were like, huh? And then they were talking about like something else, and then we were like, what? It was really funny. Like things that kids did during their era are so different. Like Cynthia and I were joking about how we used to take photos on our webcams on our laptops, and it's like grainy and awful, but we took so many webcam photos and like would post that and think we were like the hottest thing that ever walked Earth. And then like Sam and Kelly were like, why would you take a picture with a webcam? And I was like, we didn't have smartphones back then, friend. Like it was just really funny. It was really funny. They're not that much younger than us, but like younger enough to where some things that they just didn't experience the same way. It was just really funny. So yeah, we did that. Oh my gosh. And then the way the night ended was so funny. So I really love to read, and obviously I love to listen to audiobooks because like I'm doing a bunch of things with my hands, so I prefer to listen to my books. I used to be a physical book snob, but like I had to let that go because I just never had time to physically read, but I can listen to books all the time, and I do. Actually tomorrow, no, the 21st. Well, tomorrow at midnight, Onyx Storm comes out, which is the third book from Rebecca Yaros's Fourth Wing series. And I'm interested to see how fast I finish the book. I've already pre-ordered it on Audible, and I'm probably going to get so much diamond painting done because I'm just going to be like listening to that book and diamond painting, and I'm not going to talk to anybody, and I'm probably going to make a lot of progress. I should clock, like, I know how many hours the book is going to be. I should see how much of my diamond painting, how far I get from start to like the end of the book, because I bet you I like get like a quarter of this thing done just by listening to the book because I get like in the zone. But yeah, I'm really excited to listen to that book. It comes out at midnight tomorrow on Martin Luther King, but really I'll start listening to it on the 21st, which is Tuesday. I'm going to be insufferable. I'm going to be like, don't talk to me. I'm listening to my book. But Eric's going to listen to it with me because he's already read the first two books too. So it's going to be cool that we both get to read it together. I wonder who's going to finish it first. I hope I do, because then I'm going to ask him a bunch of questions while he's working on the book. But the way the night ended was, so I really love to read books. My friend Kelly really loves to read books too. And her and I both have similar interest in books. And we really like romantic fantasy books. And so we were talking about like Onyx Storm. She's actually going to the midnight release tonight at Barnes & Noble. I'm like so jealous. I'm like, have fun, whatever. And then because she wants to pick up the special edition physical copy, so I'm like, you go girl, I'll keep my Audible, you're fine. So she's going tonight, but we were just talking about smut books, basically, like books that have like, you know, adult content in them. And we were talking about like 50 Shades of Grey and like how books have evolved so much since then. And then Eric thinks the funniest thing on the planet is there is a video out there, or yeah, I think it's a video on YouTube, but it's Gilbert Gottfried reading 50 Shades of Grey. And I thought it would be hilarious to give my impression of Gilbert Gottfried reading 50 Shades of Grey. So I Googled the book and I found like an excerpt from a chapter of like a dirty scene. And I started reading it out loud as Gilbert Gottfried. And like, we were all peeing our pants. Like we were like peeing our pants. Thank God the kids like can sleep through a hurricane, because we were scream cry laughing. Like we were like screaming. You would have thought someone was being murdered. I was laughing so hard I like almost like had a choking fit. It was the funniest thing ever. And I feel I wish I could do the impression for you guys, but I can't because YouTube. But like, holy cow. It was so funny. We were just cracking up and just saying all of the words of the descriptions of certain body parts, but like as Gilbert Gottfried. Just Google the video. If you think it's funny, if you're into that and you think it's funny, Google Gilbert Gottfried reads 50 Shades of Grey. You'll die. You'll die laughing. If you're into that sort of thing. If you don't care about that type of literature, ignore what I'm saying. But like, for a solid hour, I was just reading different excerpts from the book as Gilbert Gottfried, and we were just peeing our pants, like truly peeing our pants laughing, which was such a great way to end the evening, because it was like funny. We were all really tired after we finished the game, and then we caught our second wind when we were looking at the high school photos, and then we caught our third wind when I was reading 50 Shades of Grey as Gilbert Gottfried, and it was the funniest thing ever. Yeah, and then the only other update I was going to give you guys was a Stormy update. So my mom is taking Stormy this week to the vet to get her second round of kitten shots, and she's getting spayed. So give prayers for Stormy and my mom and that they do okay. Stormy did not have a good first vet experience. If you watched one of my last Whip-In chats, the vet's office was a little scary for Stormy and she didn't love it, but obviously they're going to do the surgery under anesthesia. So Stormy will go under anesthesia. They'll give her her second round of kitten shots while she's under, so to not like, you know, re-traumatize her, and they're going to spay her at the same time. So pray that all that goes well for my mom. My mom isn't there. She's just dropping the cat off with my stepdad in the morning and then coming back at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon to pick her up. So hopefully they don't get any like weird, scary phone calls of like something going wrong. I'll give you guys the update in the next Whip-In chat, how it all went. But just prayers for Stormy and that her surgery goes well and that she recovers really fast. And I took Winnie to the same vet that my mom's going to get the surgery done, and they did an incredible job. Winnie recovered really fast. You know, she came home like drugged up, but she was good. Like she recovered and she was eating like soon after, and they did a really good job. So I'm hoping that Stormy can just get out of her own way and not freak out on the vets so they can do their job. But you know, she's like a feral kitten. Like, what do you expect from her? She was found in a storm drain during a hurricane. Like, she's spunky, okay? She's got a lot of attitude. So yeah, that is what's been going on lately for me. So I am going to stop there. I just got to the bottom of the bookcase. I don't know if you can see that. It's like, well, you can't see it too good, but it's like, this is like right where the bottom drawers are on the bookcase, and then this is the whole bookcase section. So I will be working on that for the rest of the day. But thank you so much for watching this Whip-In chat and hanging out with me. Again, another extremely long video, but why are we surprised at this point? If you made it this far in my Whip-In chat, please leave a cat emoji for Stormy. And so I know that you guys are giving her good vibes for her surgery this week. So any cat emoji you got, drop it in the comments to let me know you made it to the end. And yeah, I will catch up with you in the next one. You'll see me, I should be filming on Sunday again. So you guys will see me in the next Whip-In chat and in other future videos, of course. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You guys know I love it when you do that. I look forward to engaging with you there in the comments after this video goes up. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a really good rest of your day or weekend or whatever you're doing. Bye, guys.